Austin Peay students' journey, they expect more. We transform their learning environment with interdisciplinary virtual reality exercises. They expect to gain real-world experiences to set them apart. So we give it to them. Because they learn from experts in the field. They learn with state-of-the-art technology. So when our graduates look back, they'll see it all starts at Austin Peay.
Let's do this.
You can help support Austin Peay students who don't have enough to eat by donating to the Save Our Students Food Pantry. The Save Our Students Food Pantry is looking for soup, pasta, canned meat, canned beans, peanut butter, and fruit. You can drop off your donations at the food pantry.
To the Fordyce Center, we've got Ole Miss, we've got Austin Peay. It's hockey time here in Tennessee. As Ole Miss is right underway, we're going to get right back into action from where we were last night. A 7-5 victory for the Rebels coming out of Oxford, Mississippi. And they're trying to get something happening immediately right away as the puck kind of flurries right in front of the net. But Cale Lewis gets that one out of the way. Ole Miss forcing to back this one up and get into action. Your starters tonight for Ole Miss. In goal, number 1, Jack Rossi. In the forwards, we've got Ronan Hirschfield, number 7, number 9, Alexander Ohm, and we got Charlie McClory. Your defensive line for Ole Miss, Walker Davis and Brandy Hendrickson. And for Austin Peay, in goal tonight, Dylan Wells once again had a good night last night. Leeds trying to get a shot off underway, could not get that there. Austin Peay now trying to get this one around. A tumble in the corner, and Alejandro trying to get that one up. Wolf now fighting to get this one off of the boards. It's a board party over there. 3 men on each team trying to get this one out, scoop it, get it back. Jackson Smith holding the blue line, trying to keep this one in. That one gets away, though. Brady Hendrickson trying to play this one around. He moves it over to Charlie McClory, who looks to get this one up. Also, your starters for Austin Peay tonight on the blue line, Hayden Hall and the freshman Aaron Anderson. Ole Miss trying to break this one out away. It's a 2-on-3 opportunity, but Wells catches one that away.
Ole Miss already starting good in transition here in the first period with a nice rush, but Dylan Wells with a great stop and a great job to quickly secure the puck and try to move around and get the puck.
APSU-TV is your home for Austin Peay hockey. Available on Spectrum Channel 192, CDE Lightband Channel 9, and AT&T Uverse Channel 99. Austin Peay breaking this one out. Zach Tate's going to throw this one down the boards, try to get that one all the way to Parker. Parker lets it go by to Roadhamel, who throws that around, gets blocked up and away. Zach Tate's going to try to play that one off of the boards. It gets a little bit by. Roadhamel's battling for it. This one stays in. Kihara now trying to get it off of the other left corner. The Ole Miss Rebel dumps it around to the side. Parker now the man trying to get this one up. Ole Miss flicking this one down. That one hits the net, out of play. We're going to get a face-off there. Zach Tate a little slow to get up on that play. What did you think of that chance?
Right there, Austin Peay, Ole Miss is trying to get something going right there, and Austin Peay couldn't. And that's what happened.
That is about what happened so far. Not too much early in this one. We got 2 minutes into here. It's been fast-paced already. Get the face-off over here. Peyton Leonard trying to get this one away. Open, that one skates off of the stick. Oh, and it throws off of a corner, and Peyton Leonard puts it in front of the net. Dangerous chance, but that one gets away. 18 now breaking that one out. That's Mazaj getting that out of there, but it stopped dead in its tracks. Going to be a little bit of keep away here for the team out of the Southeastern Conference until Singleton gets it right back. He's trying to make a move happen. Does a little backhanded shot, and Jack Rossi making a save, diving across to stop that one. A little tricky on that play for the goaltender.
Singleton coming from the neutral zone to steal the puck. Great job intercepting the pass in the passing lanes. Gets himself a good chance right in the left circle, but doesn't put it home. He was close. A good flick. How about a great save from Rossi right there?
A great save indeed, and we got a face-off right away. Again, Alejandro taking this from the APSU offensive zone. Ole Miss going to have to rotate a player, says the Stripes. That puck gets up to Christensen on the board. He flubs it. That one gets down over to Leeds, trying to get that one out, and it's going to have to go back to the neutral zone. Anderson now looking to find a man down there. He does. Alejandro chips this one into the corner, and Ole Miss is able to play this right away. But a body in front, and Ole Miss has got, or Austin Peay's got this right away. Anderson's shot swallowed up by Rossi.
Hugh, that's the chance you want. Take advantage on the forecheck. Get it over to Anderson. Slap shot opportunity right at the top of the blue line. A screened opportunity, but it ends up being a save from Rossi right there. But a good look for Austin Peay.
And a good screenplay for Austin Peay as well, as they keep this puck again in the O-zone. But right away, Ole Miss making a play on a bad passing attempt, and they've got it all the way back into Wells' end. Wells is watching on as a couple of bodies skate with this one. It kicks us up front. 26 is shoved into the boards by Alejandro. Aiden Kane, the assistant captain, not able to get a chance in just yet. Alejandro now escaping this one up and away. Leitz is on the left side. Jackson Smith on the right. Alejandro looking for a man. He passes it over to Jackson Smith. It's a little bit long and a little bit wide. Smith dumping it around on the other side. It's going to be fished out by the captain, Matt Clark.
Alejandro has great skating ability here, especially in that neutral zone. Just sneaking his way around, trying to find the soft spot in the defense of Ole Miss, and it nearly got him a chance at goal.
He's due for a couple of breakaway chances. We like to see it every night. It happens quite often when you're watching Austin Peay hockey. That's been a big story of this season. Wolf now driving this up. Another 3-on-3 quick chance. Wolf trying to make a move through like Mario Lemieux. Is spilled into the corner, not quite getting there. Ole Miss is trying to chase this one out. He gets it over to a man up front. Tate's bobbling that away. That one gets over. Nico Poli back into action after missing last night. Number 4, Connor Dadabo getting this one up. Now it's 15. Ryan Stevens trying to get this one out into some more slot passing chances. The starter Walker Davis now skating with it. He gets it over back to Dadabo, back to Stevens. And this is now another breakaway chance for Austin Peay. Zach Tate looking for a pass over. He tries, and it's blocked right away. Oh, the puck is sitting there, and the man couldn't see it. Peyton Leonard didn't see where it was. Ole Miss is breaking this one back out. Roadhamel chipping this one up. That sits out of play.
Sullivan, huge check to put Austin Peay within a position to get the puck right on the top of the blue line. What happens is a pass towards the left side, and Austin Peay nearly scores right there. Is a really good opportunity. Austin Peay on the front foot early on. This is what you want if you're Austin Peay.
That puck was a sitting duck there for a moment. It seemed like anybody could have gotten to that. We're getting a face-off, though, at this blue line, won by Austin Peay. Roadhamel, though, loses it immediately. Ole Miss looking for a pass into the slot. That puck looked like it went off of a defender's stick. He does a twirl baton move to celebrate. Number 9, Alexander Ohm, with the first goal of the game for Ole Miss.
Right there, Ole Miss doing a little version of the Lindsey hop, hopping the puck over towards the slot, and they just get a nice opportunity right there.
And we're here already 1-0. Austin Peay not able to get the first goal on the board, but with only 5 minutes into this game, we're trying to see what Austin Peay will do in response. Last night, back and forth action was the name of the game.
There's a nice job right there in the corner where there's a flick on towards the slot, and Ole Miss just happens to be in the right place at the right time.
And right now, Jackson Smith trying to answer right away. He gets it over. Leitz is keeping this one in. Looks like Austin Peay getting another chance back in this. The defender slips it back in before Ole Miss notices. Anderson keeping this one in. He gives it to Alejandro. Alejandro picked off. A move made by Charlie McClory. McClory now looking for a passing partner. He gets it over to 8. 8 getting it back to McClory. McClory with the shot on net, and Wells stuffs this right in the chest.
You see that action starts with number 7, Ronan Hirschfield. Hirschfield then great awareness to look for the pass over towards the middle of the slot. And it's a good opportunity to try to shoot it on net, but Wells makes a great save.
Austin Peay with lots of chances right away. Austin Peay also having to defend quite a little bit here as it goes. They win the face-off, though. That puck getting over. Now it's at 22's hands. He dribbles it out. John Ritchie trying to get this one around. Oh, but spill into the corner goes Ritchie. And they're going to call a penalty, a cross-checking, it appears, on the Governors. They're escorting number 19 to the box, Nico Pulley.
Not what you want if you're Governors. Penalties have killed the last few games here this season, and the Governors are back in the box, and that's not what you want if you start this game. In that third period, penalties killed when it mattered the most, and that's how Ole Miss was able to win that one in game number 1.
Pulley's been the story for this Austin Peay team for a little bit now. As the shot gets right away, he rifles it into the top corner, hits that Gatorade bottle. The Rebels are celebrating on the Austin Peay home ice for their second goal in about 2 minutes, Mario.
Very quick by the Rebels to score right there. And once again, putting themselves in with a good opportunity in the slot, and just not a lot of coverage right now for Austin Peay so far in those areas.
That goal scored by number 23, Charlie McClory. Charlie McClory getting his name called early and often here in this first period. Austin Peay trying to respond and cut this deficit in half. Christensen intercepting a pass, driving it up the blue line. The refs call offsides. A man was a couple of feet past that blue line. It's going to be a face-off on the right-hand side of the Austin Peay O-Zone blue line. The Stripes stands there waiting to drop the puck. We've got Kihara representing the Govs. We've got Ritchie for the Rebels.
Hughes so far has been Austin Peay's in the neutral zone, and we're going to see if they're going to try to find some momentum here.
The man, Cannon Phillips, dribbling this puck down. He makes it past a man. Number 14, Brian Thompson, who had a goal and a couple points last night, getting it down there. And refs blow another whistle. They're calling a hand pass. This puck is going to be dropped again from just outside the blue line, this time going into the offensive Peay defensive zone.
I want to go back to a cycle here. Earlier in the first period, Austin Peay was on the offensive zone, and then they just make a soft pass in the passing lanes. Ole Miss had an easy interception in the neutral zone and a chance to work with, but we'll see if Austin Peay can make some more harder passes.
Austin Peay having to deal with a tough forecheck right there. Christensen getting bullied by a couple of men in red right away. And another guy, Aaron Anderson, takes a spill. The puck gets up to Leitz, though, and it gets over to Alejandro Anderson on the support. Alejandro over to Leitz. Leitz trying to find the right corner, and that gets a little bit high and wide. Jackson Smith, though, with the try right around. That puck going off of the boards harmlessly in favor of Ole Miss. Anderson now back to chase this one, drops it off of the boards, but Ole Miss trying the counter chance the other way. Austin Peay disrupting it a little bit, but that gets to the captain, Matt Clark. And that one now going to the 6, Christian Martinez. Martinez's shot goes away, and Austin Peay trying with the reverse chance now. Ole Miss with the puck once again. Andy Leitz battling for it. Alejandro looking to make a pass up. He gets it to Anderson. Anderson driving it down the way. He's got Alejandro helping it. Dumps it to Alejandro. That puck goes off of the left side of the man in goal, Jack Rossi. That over to Alejandro once again, though. He tries to throw it off of the back pads of the goalie. He's unable to do so. Ole Miss breaking this one out of the zone, and they're bringing in a little bit of skating momentum. Now it's over to Alejandro, and Alejandro's unable to keep that one into that blue line. Ole Miss stick fighting this one back out. Nico Pulley out of the box once again. Nico Pulley trying to get this one by his man, unable to do so again. Cale Lewis now, the defender last year, forward this year. Trying to help on the blue line. Leonard getting out there. He's got a shot. Oh, it goes off of the right pad once again. It bounces down. Austin Peay, though, trying to keep this one in the zone. Leonard dribbling it a little bit. He crashes into the net. Another shot goes off. It looks like Cale Lewis, and then they shove a man down. Brendan Sullivan, the captain for Austin Peay, going down at the end of that play. A lot of big chances for the Governors.
What a sequence right there, Hugh. They try to pick up the save, and Rossi picks up the save, but Austin Peay with an opportunity right there, and they just couldn't, and they were just right on the doorstep of goal.
Peyton Leonard taking the face-off for the Governors. And Sullivan trying a quick shot as it gets over to him, and he's unable to get that by the goalie's left pad. We got a little bit more board play for you. Nico Poli, though, is playing deep at center field, trying to hold this one out of the D zone. Ole Miss working with it across their blue liners. Blue liners get a little bit of space up the left side, and they're dribbling it down. That's Walker Davis bringing that in, tries to pass in the slot. A stick blocks that opportunity. Number 7, Ronan Hirschfield's now skating with this puck. Had 2 big goals last night and a little bit of hand gestures to the crowd after that first one. This puck now being traded around like a bunch of Magic the Gathering guards in middle school.
Ospey needs more pressure on the ice right now to get some bodies on the forecheck here and steal the puck from Ole Miss, especially in the defensive zone.
Alexander Ohm dribbling it through. He loses it to Alejandro, who throws it up the pads, goes out of play, and we're getting another face-off. Alejandro adjusting his face mask after that play a little bit.
Right there, Ole Miss starting their attack on the right side, trying to put something together.
Wolf and Pulley will be coming off for the Governors. Singleton and Roadham will be the new blue line back there. Leitz, Alejandro, and Smith are holding the forwards from left to right. Face-off going in favor of Ossipee, who nearly skates it out. The refs say no offsides. That puck stays in for the Rebels. The Mississippi men dribble it. They have it behind the net. Roadhamel, though, stopping this in its tracks, and Alejandro is now trying to break this one out.
Good job.
Ole Miss's forechecks being relentless, Mario.
Good job by Roham putting himself in front of the net and stealing the puck away.
Alejandro driving this one in. He gets a shot off of the pad. It doesn't quite get in there. Singleton with another rebound chance as well, but the big man in net, Jack Rossi, holding his own right now for the Rebels.
Hugh Rossi looking huge in the net right there with another great glove save. But Singleton, that looked like it could have gone in. It almost looked like a short goal almost, Hugh.
It nearly looked like a short goal. Maybe it trickled off of a stick. A little funky misplacement off of the tape. Probably a little floater, more of a knuckleball action for all of you baseball fans. As Ossipee trying to keep this one in. Singleton throwing it off of the wall. Ole Miss trying to make a play. Zach Tate's going to skate this one in the left corner. Number 18 chips this back out. Singleton holding his own in that net. Parker trying to keep it in. That one goes all the way down to Dylan Wells at the under. He's just going to freeze this one dead in its tracks. Not like any scary chances happening in the first quarter. Excuse me, period, not basketball.
Man, sometimes we do get them mixed up out here, so you know.
Yeah, every once in a while, you know, those seasons overlap. It's confusing, you know.
Hey, basketball, hockey, both fast games, whether you're on ice or you're on a court.
Absolutely, Mario. Going to be Peyton Leonard representing the Govs at the face-off. He wins it over Christian Martinez. That goes right back to Dylan Wells. So Wells going to freeze this. We're going to get a repeat of what we just saw, another face-off.
And right now, both teams, Ole Miss trying to get an opportunity in front of goal.
That puck gets up to the right. Defenseman number 8, who has a little bit of a screen chance. Number 6 lets it go by him, and Dylan Wells holds his own. Christian Martinez providing a good blocker in front of the net.
Martinez with the screen in front, tries to get a stick to get the puck towards the net.
Oh, they're calling that one an offsides play. All of Ole Miss's players going to have to come out right now. Christensen making a breakout attempt, but it gets right back to the captain, Matt Clark. Sullivan, the other captain now, chipping this one off of the boards, trying to break this one up the ice. Number 5 gets this one. Peyton Leonard, number 77, bringing this out around. Christensen getting this out. A little bit of a hokey-pokey in that corner. We'll see what happens out there. Cale Lewis now in the center of the ice. He's got 3 men around him. He does a little bit of backhand play, trying to get that, squeeze it by. Peyton Leonard falling on his knees on a sure backhanded shot chance. Christensen, though, keeping this in play for the Governors. Anderson now dribbling this one off of the wall over to Cale Lewis. Cale Lewis lets this one play into the slot. No Governor there to meet him. And we get more hits and extracurricular activities. A whistle is blowing this one dead.
It's a great job defensively by Austin Peay, just being there on the blue line by the offsides dots. Just make sure they're hitting bodies here and try to get the puck back.
It appears we're going to have another face-off in the Austin Peay zone. It seems we've been playing most of the game in this part of the zone, but the score would say otherwise, Mario. Alejandro taking the face-off now. Connor Dadabo representing the Ole Miss the other way. Dadabo wins it, gets it to Hendrickson. Hendrickson moving that around. That's Alejandro throwing it in front of the lane and couldn't get there. Christensen saving this one. Leets unable to play this one off of the boards. The Rebels trying to make this one go the other way. Anderson keeping it in. Jackson Smith playing it out to Alejandro. Alejandro unable to hold this in for much longer. Rebels with a nice play to get it to center ice. Dadabo now bringing it down the way. Throws it off. Wells with a tricky little play to grab it, but he stops it nonetheless.
Nice shot in transition by Ole Miss right there. But Wells, very quick with his movement to be able to see where the puck is coming from and know who's shooting it on net.
But we got a replay here for you folks. The shot goes off and you see Wells just bobbling that one down. That puck bounces down and luckily, and he just smothers on top of it. Now throwing it off of the high of the glass and it gets brought back down. Ole Miss still making a play out of it. Hendrickson gets it, bounces off of the blocker of Wells. That's going to be played far up by Sullivan, unable to connect the long Eric Carlson type pass upwards. And it's coming back the other way. 7, who had 2 goals last night, over to 23, and that's in. Charlie McClory with the goal. Beautiful pass from Ronan Hirschfield.
Hirschfield just coming down the right wing. Whoever offense, and then what he does next is a quick pass.
And
over
you
to
see
McClory.
Hirschfield brings this one in there. He gets a beautiful pass across the slot, lays it right in for Charlie McClory on the left side of that goal, and beautifully puts it in there. This is 3-0 Ole Miss. And it's a 9-9 as far as shots goes. Dylan Wells letting in a third of all shots seen so far in this one. Zach Tate now dumping this one down off of the boards. It's going to be played by Grayson Douglas. Douglas getting that one up to Alexander Ohm. Ohm's got a helper in number 23, McClory. McClory, who scored just a second ago with a high shot, trying to get that over the right shoulder pad, and it is stabbed harmlessly by Dylan Wells.
Hugh, nice pass from Ohm over to McClory right there. Of course, Ole Miss just scoring with McClory passing it to Ohm. Now it's Ohm back to McClory with another scoring chance.
It was the assist was actually from before it was from number 7, Ronan Hirschfield. Ohm, though, on that play, though, bringing that one up the ice, and now getting it right away once again. Number 23, that's broken up by Chiara. Chiara looking to try and break this one out once again. Oh, but it's taken by Ohm once more. Ohm over back to McClory. McClory trying to throw it down there. This puck, though, thrown away by the Austin Peay defense.
Wells on his skates right there, able to make the save in a tough position.
And it's dumped deep, and it's going to be off of... Oh, but a man goes down. I think they're going to call a tripping penalty here on Austin Peay.
Let's go back to that scoring chance real quick. And Dylan Wells does a nice job to get out to move around the crease and make that save. A couple Ole Miss skaters right there with a chance to score. But Austin Peay makes a great save.
Dylan Wells skating that one off in the corner. Austin Peay getting called here for the 2-minute minor. It appears to be a tripping on Blake Roadhamel. They will be down for 2 minutes. Austin Peay already down 3-0, now down a man. Hoping not to make this a 4-goal game.
Ole Miss switching face-off players.
Oh, number 22 getting that over. That's number 5, Brewer Hamilton now. He dumps that down. Unable to meet his man down there. Christensen is going to throw these off of the boards, and Walker Davis is going to have to skate down here and play it. Davis looking for a couple men with him. Hamilton skating alongside
nice job
him.
by Jackson Smith.
A beautiful play by Jackson Smith to break that one up. It only works momentarily. A 4-on-3, a 5-on-3 chance now for the Rebels. Austin Peay trying to block with the lanes with sticks, but the Governor's passing this one around. This one gets out front. It's over now back to 22, John Ritchie. Ritchie, though, fans on this one, and a breakaway chance the other way. Alejandro coming up the left side. He's got Jackson Smith with him. Alejandro trying to get that one over into the right corner. It does not quite get there. And we're getting a little bit of pushing and shoving after this, after the ref's whistle. Jackson Smith spilled over a man down on the ice. Smith's going to skate away harmlessly from that. Luckily, no injuries there. Saw a little bit of roughhouse last night. Nothing quite excessive like we saw in that first period. Alejandro a little bit slow coming off of the play as well.
Alejandro with explosive skating to get down towards the left side and a near scoring chance as well.
And that's going to be a penalty on John Ritchie. Ritchie in the box for the Ole Miss Rebels. Yes, it's going to be 4-on-4 for a minute 7. And a quick little update on football news. Austin Peay and Tarleton are tied at 38, according to the ESPN app, at the end of the fourth quarter. We'll be heading to overtime down in Texas against the number 5 team in the FCS. Hockey action here in Clarksville tonight. A sign of the changing seasons. However, this is the last home game of the season for the Austin Peay Governors. Austin Peay looking for a goal here after surrendering the first 3 early. Cale Lewis unable to skate to that one. This puck up to Christian Martinez. Martinez loses it to Aaron Anderson. Anderson having to skate backwards to grab this one. Hoping to dump this pass off to Singleton. He changes his mind and skates up the right side. Dumps it off of the wall and gets by a man. He's got a man in front to Leeds. Leeds with a beautiful shot on net, and it's swallowed immediately by Jack Rossi. A big stop for the big man in net.
2-on-1, squared up opportunity right in front of the net. If you're Austin Peay, you're going to want that back all day.
You're going to be seeing that in your sleep later tonight as he bounces that one off beautifully off of the boards. Anderson gets that over, a beautiful passing opportunity to get that to Leeds. Austin Peay, though, with another O-zone faceoff. This time it's getting up front, and it babbles right to number 18. And Wells plays this away. It goes to come up as far maybe as he could have. And this one, though, goes harmlessly to Wolf, and Austin Peay avoiding a 4th goal then.
Nice job by Wells to get back to the crease in time before Ohm had a chance to put it on net.
And Ole Miss right away getting this one back up. That's Xander Elmazaj. Elmazaj got it over to Ohm. Ohm with another shot opportunity. This time going off the right pad of the big man for Austin Peay. And this puck is now iced the other way, coming back to an Austin Peay D-zone faceoff.
Chris passing by Levuco over to Ohm right there. And what happens right there is it's a nice scoring opportunity, but Ole Miss not able to score.
Right, you are. Austin Peay getting into the offensive zone net.
And that was Elmer.
Ole Miss playing this one back outside the blue line, going backwards, skating with it. Lewis tracking him deep. That's Walker Davis catching it over to Brady Hendrickson. Hendrickson has it up to Aiden Kane. Aiden Kane skating by Christensen the other way, throwing it off of the pad of Wells, and Wells tossing that to the side. This is going to have to be played by Peyton Leonard. Leonard is not able to get it before Hendrickson does, and Christensen's now got it. Christensen dumping this back over to Jackson Smith. Smith up to Leonard. Leonard a cross-ice pass, and it's shot wide once again. Leonard unable to make it happen up to Peyton Leonard. Ole Miss trying the breakaway chance the other way. They got 2 men there before Austin Peay did. Wolf, though, playing it off the corner. The big chance doesn't happen. Peyton Leonard breaks this out away the other way, and they've got maybe a little bit of window. That's stopped by Walker Davis. Davis is trying to get this one up to Sullivan. Sullivan spinning a little bit away. Doesn't quite get that one to the slot. Sullivan keeps it, though. He's dribbling over on the corner. He dumps it over to his side to Singleton. Singleton throws it in front of the net, can't find Chiara. And a ref is going to stop this one deep. The goaltender is going to be talking to him a little bit. Jackson Smith's going to be talking to another Stripes man. Another man in Stripes sits there watching on. As we get situated here, we'll find out what the call is. It appears as though Ole Miss is only skating. Well, they have 5 men, actually. This is 5-on-5. Jackson Smith is coming off, though. it just seems to be maybe a stop of play. Kiara now looking for it off of the boards. Ulm gets it up, though, to McClory. McClory already with a goal, gets it to Ulm. Ulm nearly at a wide open net and misses his chance. Ole Miss McClory getting a chance in there. The number 7, Ronan Hirschfield, getting a chance in there. Nearly every Ole Miss Rebel had a shot on that play, Mario.
It was a wide open net, but the luck of the post and a slip caused by Ole Miss.
The luck of the post, indeed. I mean, it just stopped in its tracks.
And Austin Peay is just lucky to not have Ole Miss score right there for a fourth.
Stripes having the new puck. Now he throws it down for a no play. Wells bats this one out of harm's way. Anderson now throwing this up to Zach Tate, who's going to drive down.
Nice Foster pass. Let's see what Tate can do with it behind the net. Needs some skaters to get towards the crease.
Tate with the right idea for the pass it in the slot, but Ole Miss breaking this one out the other way. Kihara now sitting with it. Kiara unable to realize where it was going. 27 throws it off of the back glass. That was Grayson Douglas. Now it is Hirschfield. Hirschfield dumping it to Ulm. Ulm is now looking for a passing opportunity. He dumps it over to McClory. McClory over to Ulm. Ulm with the high shot, and that's off of the blocker of Dylan Wells. McClory now holds it at the right defensive spot. He dumps it over to Ulm off of the right boards. He throws it way out of harm's way, and it trickles out past the blue line. A big stop from Zach Tate with the stick, but he's going to have to go back and grab a new one, it appears. The stick is hanging out at center ice. It's a 5-on-4, or excuse me, it's still a 5-on-5 situation. Wolf is trying to make a forechecking play happen. Ole Miss is throwing this off the boards. Leitz overskates it just by a little bit. Singleton tries to get this one out to Jackson Smith, who kicks this one away. Ulm has now dropped it down for another man, Brian Thompson. Brian Thompson and Aaron Anderson skating forward off the boards. Anderson going across the ice, and he's got numbers. 3-on-2 situation for the Governors. 3-on-3 is how it turned out, but another breakaway chance the other way. It's number 18, Xander Elmazaj. His shot goes away. Jackson Smith breaks this one out. Anderson now playing it. Dumps it down the boards once again. A little bit of pushing and shoving between him and Brian Thompson. Ole Miss bringing it the other way. It gets over to Leitz, though. Leitz falls down because of number 8. Now Singleton dumping it to Leitz. Leitz with the high shot, and it's stopped by Jack Rossi's big glove.
It's another good chance right there. Singleton passing it, and Osp nearly connecting in the slot.
Austin Peay having a lot of offensive play time so far in this one.
And Osp not having having some time in the offensive zone, but not able to make a good chance of it to finish their opportunities here in this first period.
Just under half a minute to go here in the first frame. Clark trying to break this one out. The other captain, Sullivan, playing it off of him. That puck now gets dangerously into the slot, but number 6 is breaking this one out for the Rebels. Martinez trying to break this one down. That puck goes in front of the net, but it goes out of the way. Under 10 seconds to go here. This may be the last chance for the Governors in the first period. Sullivan now skating it off of the corner. He's just going to play this one out. And that's the end of 20 minutes. What'd you think of that one, Mario?
First period, Ole Miss saucer passes, just connecting in between the spaces. And what Ospi's going to need to do getting into the second period, is having to contain those zones where it's soft, if they can make a play on it and get some interceptions and try to get down the neutral zone and get to the offensive zone, hold your time in the offensive zone, get to scoring, they could get back in this game.
Sounds like a plan, Mario. Stay tuned for our APSN intermission report featuring the best of our Meet the Govs interviews. We'll rejoin you for game highlights shortly. This is Govs Hockey on APSN.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the weekly interview. Today I am joined with Bree. Bree's on the softball team here at Austin Peay. Tell us a little about yourself.
So I'm a junior outfielder. I'm from Burleson, Tennessee, which is north of Memphis. I've been at Austin Peay all 3 years, so getting a little old here, but that's about it.
Okay, Miss Bree. And then tell us just a little bit about you growing up. How'd you choose softball as a sport that you wanted to do?
Well, my brothers, I have 2 older brothers. They're 5 and 6 years older than me, so a big age gap.
Yeah.
So they were already in their like prime of starting baseball, and like I just wanted to be included. So I was like, I'm going to go to their practices. I'm going to include myself. I don't care if I'm good or if I'm bad. And I just happened to be really good at it. And so I started playing softball at a really young age. I played t-ball through everything. And then I started travel ball at 7. And I played for the same organization all the way until I went to college. So I don't know. I've played other sports, and my other sports were just my escape from softball. So like volleyball, I could just mess around, and I was athletic, so I could be good and mess around. And like softball is like, I'm here, I'm playing the game. You can't mess around, you have to do good. Everyone's watching you. So just the other sports were just like my escape to have fun.
Yeah,
But
so
softball's
you
fun.
mentioned volleyball. So
Yes.
what position did you play in volleyball?
I was a middle hitter.
Okay.
So I was the person, I went up, I tried to hit the 10-foot line every single time.
Yeah.
And if I got to hit somebody in the head, then I mean, that was just a plus too. So
And did you play any other sports or just volleyball?
I played basketball through middle school. I really liked it, it was fun. And then whenever I went to high school, I played for a little bit, and then I kind of lost the love of the sport. And then
Yeah.
I wanted to go back my senior year, and my dad was like, no, we're not going back. You're going to hurt yourself. You have too much on the line. You're not going back. I also did cross country. I actually enjoyed that, which sounds insane, but I did cross country I think I did it 3 years. I didn't do it my senior year, but I have records at my high school for that as well. But
So talk a little more about that.
Okay.
The records and everything.
So I was the first individual, I'm not sure if it was really the first, but in my head I was the first individual to go to state for girls cross country, and my team of that year, we also went to state, and I think we placed pretty high, so like that was another point that we got the record. And I ran one race in like 21 minutes, which is like
That's
6.5.
like unheard of.
Yeah.
Because it's like long.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's crazy. And then what made you think about playing softball in college? Like in high school, like did you always know that you were going to do that, or is that something that you worked for and like you were like, oh wait, I should actually take this serious?
So ever since I was little, I would always watch like SEC teams on TV. Like that was the most known teams that were going to be on like our direct TV or whatever.
Yeah.
So I always watched them, and I would tell my parents, I'd be like, I'm going to do that one day. And it was just like the work ethic and like reminding myself of that goal when I was so little just like built up. And now I tell you, there's times like I could have left my cleats in the back of the car and never looked at them again. But like it's just part of your sport. So just being able to face that and still continue on through your sport.
Yeah. And how was it like being recruited by Austin Peay? Because you're only 3 hours away, where like a lot of the team comes from like out of state. So like how was it different, like being recruited?
So when I was getting recruited, I told my mom, I was like, I'm going far away.
Yeah.
I'm going far away. I'm never looking back. I may come back. I don't know. And then, so our recruiting process starts on September 1st of your junior year. So September 1st, Coach K called me, and I was like, I have no clue who Austin Peay is. Like, who is this school? I'm just going to listen to what the coach has to say. And so she calls me, and she's like, I know you're from Tennessee, blah, blah, blah. We'd love to get you on campus. I came to campus, and I was like, I still have no clue what this school is. I feel like it's going to be a school I do not like. Like, I came in to campus with the worst mindset,
Yeah.
honestly, just because you see everyone who's like, I'm going to Tennessee, I'm going to Alabama, and
Yeah.
it's like, that was my initial goal, but there's other factors that play into that as well. So coming on campus, I literally looked at my mom, and I was like, I love it here. Like, I love this school. I was like, I don't know what it is about it, but I feel like this is my home. So I waited a little bit, and then I finally called Coach K, and I was like, I want to come to school here. So just like, for me, my biggest thing is I wanted to come to a school where it didn't matter your age, that I could compete.
Yeah.
If I was to go to a big school, they look at freshmen, they're like, well, she's probably not going to play, she's a freshman. And I wanted to make my name known because of who I am and not who the school I'm at.
Yeah.
So that was a big factor in coming here as well.
Yeah. And what other schools were recruiting you whenever Austin Peay was actively recruiting you?
So I committed really fast, so I didn't really get the whole process.
Okay.
But there was like Martin, McNeese, Alabama at Birmingham, just some other like mid-majors as well.
Yeah.
But most people don't commit as fast as I did, but everyone doesn't find their home as fast as I did either. So you kind of have to weigh in both factors.
So did you commit before your senior year of high school?
Yes.
Oh, so you committed early.
Yes. So I committed October. So she calls me in September, and I was committed in October. So throughout that whole year and a half, everyone wanted me to open my recruitment back up, and I was like, no, I love this school. I love the coach. Nothing is going to change about that.
Yeah.
You can't tell someone to change their mind about something that they love. So that was throughout my whole junior and senior year of softball, everyone was like, there's no reason you should be going there. You're already committed so fast. Open it back up. See what else you can get. And my whole thought was the love that I had for this school. It didn't matter.
Yeah. Well, that's great. And then last year was one of your best seasons at Austin Peay. So why don't we talk a little bit about that, all of the awards that you got, and all the outstanding recognition?
So last year was a little different for me. I was coming back from ankle reconstruction surgery, so going into the season, I was very timid of what I was going to be able to do. And I think just being put out on the side for that 3 months that I was made me fall in love with the game even more and made me strive to work harder. So the All ASUN team, that was my goal. So we set goals in the fall of what you want your spring season to look like. And one of my goals was to get first team All ASUN, and I did receive that. Now my goal this year is to make region or become an All-American, which is top of the top, but you can't limit your goals because of who you are and what you can do.
So what are you doing to prepare for that, for this new season that's starting, that's already underway actually? What are you doing, like personally, to prepare to reach your goals?
I'd say just like, I put a lot of pressure on myself, so the more pressure I put on myself, the worse I do.
Yeah.
So like my growth this year is going to be to try and forget that. Like if I strike out one at bat, that doesn't determine my next at bat. So finding the way to separate those two at bats is going to make me to the next level that I can be. And we also have this machine, it's called Black Box, and it's like our most realistic pitching like machine we have. And me and that thing are like best friends.
Yeah.
Like I literally loved hitting off of that. Everyone's like, I can't figure out the timing, which it is really hard. Like we got a new one, and then it messes up your timing and everything. But I think just taking my reps seriously and like grinding in that time and appreciating the game is going to pay off.
Yes. And you had like you said you were all team?
Yeah, all ASUN.
All ASUN. Okay, so what does that achievement mean to you?
I mean, I don't know how to say it. I mean, it's great to get it. It means like you're one of the best in your conference. I mean, it's a great accomplishment that I really haven't sat down and really thought about, honestly, just because I was named third team my freshman year, and so just coming in as a freshman and being able to get one of those achievements was just crazy, I feel like. So I think just sitting down and like actually thinking, wow, like you were one of the top people in your conference, like people were scared of you, is like crazy to even think about. I don't know.
Yeah. And then for this upcoming season, like what are you doing to like stay in that mindset, to stay in the game and all of the things?
I feel like finding your people, Coach K says that a lot, but like having that person that can look at me if I'm in my head and be like, figure it out. Like the team needs you. And I think last year I was able to be selfless and allow myself to perform for the team rather than myself. So that's where the difference in everything changed. So I feel like just building on that and knowing that doing it for your team is better than doing it for yourself And Coach K also says the game knows. So, like, if you're just not doing what you're supposed to be doing, the game knows, and, like, it's going to come back and bite you in the butt.
Yeah, yeah. And with the games that y'all have been playing, what's something that you've noticed, like, as a whole, as a team, that y'all need to work on? What's been good, what's been great, but what's been not so great?
One of our things that we've been talking about is our situational hitting. So when we get a player on base, they sit there. Like, we're not moving them, we're not scoring them. We just have to figure out a way to get all the hitters to buy into finding a way to move that runner or score that runner, which we do have 14 new people on the team, so adjusting to a new team dynamic and standards is definitely going to be very hard. But I think we do have a good team culture, which is the base of everything. So if you don't have a team culture, then you have nothing.
Yeah.
So.
And then for the games ahead, like, what are you focusing on?
I think my focus is changing to be the best leader that I can be. So with all those new people, and there's some returners who weren't able to step on the field last year due to injury or just different circumstances, that being that leader who knows Austin Peay softball and knows the standard, just being that person that they can look at and be like, I want to be just like her. I want to do how she does, and, like, just leading the team in a different way than I've ever thought of.
Yes, of course. And then this is going to be a silly question, but what's your typical game day? Like, what do you do when you wake up? What do you do when you are getting ready to go to the game? Like, what does that look like for you?
So I've kind of lost, like, my superstitions, which is really crazy because in high school I was crazy about them. Like, I was like, if I don't drink this drink before the game, I'm going to go 0 for 3. If I don't drink this and I don't eat that. But now I'm just like, I just show up to the locker room. I kind of just hang out. I don't know. I wear these bracelets. I've worn these for 3 years. I haven't taken them off. One of them broke, so I bought one and got it shipped overnight to me before we left the next day to go out of town. But I think these bracelets are probably one of my most superstitious things about me. And then I wear the same jewelry. If I go 0 for 3, I might change my jewelry. But if I go 3 for 3 with it on, it's going to stay on until
it's going to stay on until, yeah, it's going to stay on.
Yeah, it doesn't change. But I don't really have, like, a routine of the day or anything. I don't know. I like to drink an energy drink before the games. That's about it. Everything else is just normal now.
Okay, so what kind of energy drinks?
I used to drink Alani's, but now I drink, like, a Red Bull with flavoring in it. So.
Okay, what's your favorite Red Bull currently at this moment in time?
I drink the plain ones, and I make them like 7 Brew does. So I put, like, the strawberry and the blue raspberry and everything else syrups in there. And then
so you have an at-home 7 Brew?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, well, that has been all the time today. I'm Haley, and this is Bree. Thank you so much for joining us for our weekly interview. How long was that? Oh.
From the start of an Austin Peay student's journey, they expect more. They expect to gain real-world experiences to set them apart. They expect to learn with state-of-the-art tools and facilities, so we give it to them. We show them how to be effective social workers, enhancing everyone's well-being. They experience how their classroom lessons change lives. So when our graduates look back, they'll see it all starts at Austin Peay.
Your unforgettable experience. Be a part of a community of champions. There's a place for you in our winning legacy. Feel the synergy of the Governor's pride. Create memories and victories that will last a lifetime. Your victory starts here.
From the start of an Austin Peay student's journey, they expect more. We transform their learning environment with interdisciplinary virtual reality exercises. They expect to gain real-world experiences to set them apart, so we give it to them. Because they learn from experts in the field. They learn with state-of-the-art technology. So when our graduates look back, they'll see it all starts at Austin Peay.
Welcome back to the Ford Ice Center. It's going to be a second period here in round 2 of this doubleheader between the Austin Peay Governors and the Ole Miss Rebels. The final 2 home games of the 25-26 season for the Austin Peay Governors. A big period for the visiting team from Mississippi earlier today.
Great. In this first period, you see a quick shot right there. Wells able to make the save. And then what happens right here? Oh, great opportunity for Austin Peay right on the slot. It's a great save again by Rossi. But Austin Peay's had the chances here in this first period, but Austin Peay trying to put that final product together, just haven't been able to find the net, just very unlucky in certain spots.
Austin Peay having a lot of different goal opportunities there. Had a lot of time of ice on the offensive zone, but Austin Peay, yeah, we are about to start here the second period. We got the face-off here. Peyton Leonard representing Austin Peay. He loses it, Ole Miss gets it, but Austin Peay holds the puck in their own zone at this moment. Ole Miss now dribbling with it down. Number 7, Hirschfield shooting it up, and that one goes wide and out of play. We're getting a zone face-off for the Ole Miss Rebels down here early in the second period.
Early opportunity for Ole Miss to get a 4th on the board. Great job blocking the shot by Austin Peay right there.
Yeah, and Alexander Ohm right away getting a face-off opportunity here against Peyton Leonard. Ohm does not win this one. That puck goes over to Christensen behind, and he dribbles this behind the net. Lewis letting this one play up the boards. He gets that over to a man. Alexander Ohm, though, has it now for that. Ohm back with it. He falls down. He still gets a shot off, though. And that one goes back off of the boards. And Ole Miss is playing this one again for a new chance. Ohm with another chance, trying to find the left side there. Unable to make it happen. Walker Davis now throws this off of the boards. Cale Lewis going to play this around. That one goes up to a defender. Oh, and a little bit of a redirection. Alexander Ohm, 3rd time's the charm on that scoring chance. Alexander Ohm tipping this one up, getting it above the pad. That was, what did you see there, Mario?
Ohm just getting the stick across and able to screen that shot. It's a very tricky, almost like baseball-like bounce to a shortstop, and it just gets over into the net somehow. Very unlucky if you're Austin Peay.
Yeah, as you see here, Ole Miss having a lot of chances there, but that pass going up, and Ohm just kind of picking that one up a little bit with this stick that goes above Wells' shoulder, and Ole Miss right away trying to make it happen a second time to make a 5th goal in this game. That's number 18 who has his pass blocked. Austin Peay trying to go the other way. Jackson Smith trying to help this one out. He dumps this one down, and Rossi dumps that one away. The defender gets that over. Roadhamel now playing that one out. Jackson Smith again throwing this one off of the boards. Leitz is holding this one in. Smith the other way. Tries to shoot that one in, gets it stuffed. That shot does get through, but Rossi gets it the other way, and now a 2-on-1 chance. Singleton getting back quickly to get the way there. That pass that goes a little bit wide of the stick of Brian Thompson, and Ole Miss not able to score just yet. The puck now bounces safely into Dylan Wells' hand.
Right there, nice save by Austin Peay. Dylan Wells able to quickly get to the puck and retain it. And that's just great. That's a great save right there.
Yeah, it was a great save, a great play, a great way to recognize that. He's already seen 20 shots in this one. You know, he's had a little bit of a tough time. The defense hasn't been able to help him out maybe as much as he would have liked to, but Austin Peay now getting this one again, another D-zone face-off. A lot of O-zone face-offs. A lot have been playing here on this side of the ice, closest to that big yellow scoreboard as you see up there. Now Austin Peay trying to break this one out once again, having the puck defensively. Number 26, Aiden Kane, keeps this one in alongside Christian Martinez. Some of the usual suspects for this Ole Miss team. Chiara, though, gets a skate in his way of that shot, and now that puck is being dumped around. Parker coming around the right wall to help him out. Chiara now looking to try and make a pass into the slot. Sullivan makes it off of the wall, and Parker now fishing this one out of the boards. Chops that away. Chiara going to try to play this. Parker having to go back. Ole Miss now Carenza, Caden Kane bounces that one out, and Nico Pulley comes around for the Austin Peay the other way. That puck now bounces dangerously over to 27, Grayson Douglas, and then Wells stops it.
And right there, Ole Miss having a chance nearly off a screened opportunity, which is a lazy pass by Austin Peay. Ole Miss nearly takes advantage.
Yeah, a couple of lazy passes could make this game a little bit more difficult for Austin Peay to climb out of. It's Peyton Leonard now trying to break that one out. Austin Peay now dribbling this one up. It's Brendan Sullivan coming up the ice. He makes a very nice move to get that around, but Jack Rossi stops it before it happens. And this puck now goes around the other side of the wall. Ole Miss with 3-on-1 opportunity momentarily, but then Austin Peay able to get numbers back there. Brendan Sullivan now trying to go the other way to Cale Lewis. That puck is going to be called off sides as Lewis spills into the ice down on the right side.
A lot of contact right there, and Austin Peay picks up a penalty in a great spot here. So 5-on-4, let's see. 5-on-4, we'll see what Governors can do with it.
Oh, the refs making him back out a little bit more. Said Lewis was crouching in maybe a little bit too much. Ole Miss getting hit down. Austin Peay will win that face-off.
Excuse me, there was no penalty called right there.
Yes, that's right.
I just heard the Predators power play song for a second, so we're like.
Oh, yeah. Anderson now with the puck in front. Ole Miss is able to get bodies around to stop it and throw it off the boards. Now a chance the other way over the blue line. 15 gets that over there. He tries to dump that off for a pass, but the captain, Brendan Sullivan, skates back to keep this one. Brendan Sullivan now coming up the left side of the ice. He pushes that out with his skate a little bit. Now we've got 3-on-3 the other way. That one goes high over the right glove side of Jackson Rossi. Christensen trying to make this offensive play happen a little bit longer. He does. He dumps it in deep off, and it goes off the yellow side, and unable to keep it in is Andy Leitz. Christensen trying to make the new play happen once again. He gets it to Jackson Smith up the right side. Jackson Smith with the shot, and it's easily swallowed up by Jack Rossi.
And if you're Austin Peay, I want to see a little bit more wingers get down the ice on transition spots to get a chance to get pucks in deep and try to get toward with a scoring chance.
It is a great play here.
That was a nice pass, and Jackson Smith using his size to get towards the net.
Oh, a great chance there from Singleton trying to get that one onto the left side of that pad there, but Jackson Smith now trying to chip this one deep. Smith's working it again. That one gets bounced off, and Ole Miss says, no, we want this all along the boards at best. Austin Peay trying to make that happen. Alejandro with a dangerous pass inside. Ole Miss, though, able to make a play back out of it. Number 5, Brewer Hamilton now skating with it. Hamilton up the right side of the ice. Ulm helping him screen in front. Austin Peay with a couple of bodies, but Hamilton gets it back. That one's up on the shoulder pad near Dylan Wells. That does not roll over and into the net, though, and Austin Peay now has the puck. That puck now goes down the ice, and it's number 8 who holds it deep for the Rebels from Mississippi. The Rebels now breaking this out the other way to McClory. McClory over to Hirschfield, who had 2 goals yesterday. His shot goes wide. Men on the boards. It's a big scrum over there. You can mistake the game right now for a rugby match. Hirschfield dribbling it in there. It's over now to Singleton. Singleton up the boards, and Hamilton's going to keep this in for the Rebels. Hamilton over to the right side of Ulm. Ulm already has one in this night. He'd like to score a second. Over to Hamilton. Hamilton couldn't get that in. That puck, though, goes in. Alexander Ulm from the great offensive chance there. Kiara slow to get up on that play, but the Rebels celebrate in the corner.
Ole Miss able to score in the back of the net, and just came off the second chance puck. It's a good shot.
A couple of good second chance plays there. What did you think about the rebound opportunities that the Rebels have been able to come up with so far in the second period?
Ole Miss has just been able to get towards the chances here in timely spots. And once again, you just see Ole Miss getting quickly towards the puck, and then a one-timer off the bounce, and 5-0.
The bounce from the shot from Hamilton going over, and that is another one for Alexander Ulm. Alexander Ulm now with 2 goals in this one. Douglas gets this one back in. The refs caught that one, though. It will be an icing. Or, excuse me, an offsides. We are going to get another face-off down here on the blue line. What can Austin Peay do to get some momentum back into this building, Mario?
For Austin Peay, all they need to do here is just kind of settle down in this game. You're down 5-0, but you're not out of this game entirely yet. And for Austin Peay, just trying to get passes in between the spaces, quite like Ole Miss is doing here sometimes, and definitely getting bodies in front of the net.
Ole Miss with a couple of bodies out there we hadn't seen too much, like Evan Zaris. Evan Zaris playing on that blue line. Number 18 now coming in there is Xander Elmazaj. Elmazaj trying his best to make a play happen. That time it is John Ritchie that throws it off of the pads of the Austin Peay goaltender. Now Nico Pulley has this puck down deep in the right defense. The forecheck from Mississippi, though, is coming. They're coming in a vengeance. Brendan Sullivan now has the puck up the ice, though. He's coming up the right side. He's got Cale Lewis in the slot. He tries to get that one in front, and he nearly does for a second, but that puck does not meet an Austin Peay stick, and it careens out of play. They had a 3-on-1 chance the other way. Here comes number 22. Coming the other way, he makes a move around, and that puck now sails up high and wide and out of the way. Austin Peay getting defensive sticks back there now. A dump into the left corner, and now they're able to get back on it is John Ritchie. Ritchie looking for Aiden Kane. Aiden Kane skating along with it. Andy Leitz now in there with Nico Pulley trying to get this one out. Number 18, Xander Elmazaj in there as well. Austin Peay able to get this one out. They chip it into the Ole Miss bench, and we're going to get another stop.
Hugh Wolf just has to look up at the puck right there at the net, right there with a chance to score. Just unlucky that he didn't get his head around and try to score.
Right you are there. Ole Miss with a lot of flurries of offense here early in this one. Just about under 13 minutes left in this second period. Face off here from Alejandro. That puck won by the Ole Miss Rebels. Going to be kept in by Walker Davis momentarily before Leitz is able to push this one out. Walker Davis trying to make a new play back up the ice. Alejandro picks this one off from the left winger, and this one goes into the slot. Leitz trying to get a shot off. He can't quite do it in the center. That one now skates around to Anderson. Anderson going to try and get this one back to Zach Tate. Zach Tate unable to reach it. This one to Leitz. Leitz now loses it to Walker Davis for the other way. Walker Davis unable to make his man over there touch it. Christensen now holds it onto the blue line. That puck bounces out and into the Austin Peay bench. We're going to get a face-off zone, I believe, in the Austin Peay O zone.
Austin Peay here just needing to pick up the energy here in the second period. You see the energy levels dropping on the ice with the players, and they could just get this. If they could get it back, they have a chance here to try to get back in this game.
Christensen with an easy, quick shot. He then swallowed up by Jack Rossi right away.
Quick shot right there from Austin Peay, and that's just been the story tonight. Good chances, but better saves defensively by Ole Miss.
Kiara on the face-off again. He loses it once more. Ole Miss has it the other way. They dribble this one over to Walker Davis. Walker Davis is going to kick this one off of the boards. Anderson now has it. He dumps it down deep. It's behind the goal line once more. Rossi with the play behind the net. Rossi got it to Walker Davis, who got it over. Walker Davis has it once more. Davis back over to a man. It's over to the captain, Matt Clark. Clark bounces it off of a stick, and there he's got a speed the other way. Comes number 26, Aiden Kane. Aiden Kane making a play out of it now. The forecheck opportunity, a huge hit in the corner, though. Christensen leveling a man. That was somebody that fell down. I believe Connor Davidobo, number 4. We're going to get another whistle, though, down here.
That was a huge collision right there. You almost looked like a car wreck right there between two cars, and that's what happened.
Yeah, car wreck indeed. There's been a lot of car crashes over this weekend between these two teams. We saw a lot of that last night. It would appear that these teams might have a little bit of history each other. Of course, how did they play last year against one another?
Last year, Ole Miss winning both meetings in Mississippi, winning games 1 and 2. And they won game 3 as well. They have a 3-game win streak against Austin Peay in the series history. And now looking to make that a 4th straight year they obviously have the Gubs number here, and the Gubs want to make a statement here to Ole Miss that they can't just toy around with them.
Made a lot of statements last night through the art of trash talking. Brendan Sullivan now up here. Peyton Leonard bringing this one up the right side. We're getting a delayed penalty call on the Rebels. The ref's got his hand up still. He's calling it here. The Rebels still haven't touched it. Austin Peay, though, can get out here. The goalie's out of the ice. Austin Peay, though, unable to score here before they could make a terrible big advantage with it, but 5-on-4 opportunity for the Governors.
Big shot for the Governors to get their first goal of the game here. They want to start to make this comeback. It has to start right now.
Yeah, and we have a 5-on-3 chance right now. We have 5-on-3, but for 1:25 seconds. We're going to have 1:25 of 5-on-3, then come out and have one little 5-on-4 period for that remaining 2 minutes of this frame that they just called. That puck gets up to Singleton. Singleton over to Peyton Leonard, who has an open shot lane. Oh, he doesn't get that over the blocker side of Jack Rossi. Gets it over to Singleton, though. Singleton loses it a little bit, and their defensive stick kicks this one away. 1:10 left on the power play. Wells is going to play this to the defender. That's Alejandro skating up the ice with it now. Alejandro getting by Alexander Ohm. He gets that up to Anderson, who's got 2 men in front of him. Anderson shot left wide off of the thing as well. The puck stays in momentarily, but then is bullied off as Wolf. The last Austin Peay man is going to have to come off. Cale Lewis is coming out, and he's coming in now is Brendan Sullivan, the captain. Wolf dribbling this one in, nearly gets a shot off in time. Doesn't quite get there. Peyton Leonard trying to keep this one in. A defensive stick. Keeps this one away. The shot dangerously passed over to Wolf. Wolf nearly had a chance, but he's got this one again. Wolf got it to Alejandro. Alejandro with a high shot. This one bounces off of out for Brendan Sullivan and then goes out of play.
I like that concept. Austin Peay's going to have to get back to this here, and that's working Leonard around that right wing circle, just operating in an open space, just finding spots to get on the ice and try to hit a one-timer right there, just deflected.
And 24 seconds left of the 5-on-3. Jackson Smith is going to take this face-off against Charlie McClory. Charlie McClory hoping to get this one cleared out for the Rebels. Anderson gets this one. He gets it over to Christensen on the left side. Over to Anderson at the top of the key. Anderson, it's over to Christensen. Christensen loses it. This puck is going to be cleared, or 10 seconds remaining on the 5-on-3 chance. Dylan Wells has no choice but to try and play this one, and Anderson's going to break this one out. Most likely this penalty will be killed as the first penalty expires. 33 seconds left of a 5-on-4 chance. Is a dangerous passing chance. Christensen has left a shot. That one's stopped by Jack Rossi. Just not able to get any of these chances in tonight, Mario.
Hugh Anderson thought he had released the shot going towards the slot right there, but ends up hooking around the crease and passing it. And Christensen just shooting it and just unlucky.
Yeah, and another clear here as Austin Peay is going to have to break this one down into the blue line. Once again, a golden opportunity with a minute and a half of 5-on-3. Govs unable to capitalize. Just 15 seconds left here in the man advantage. Jackson Smith now trying to pass this one in, blocked by a defensive skate. Anderson over to Smith. Smith over down to the corner. Oh, a dangerous puck sitting in there. Anderson keeps this one in. He fakes out a man on a bad shot. This one was passed over to the slot again, but that one off of the boards and out harmlessly of the Rebels' way. This is Anderson now playing this to Christensen. Christensen going to dump it in. 5-on-5 is where we are once more. Number 8 playing this one off of the wall. Deep going again. Wells is going to play this one. They're waved off the icing. Sam Singleton now breaking this one out. He falls over. The ref's not calling anything there. A second man down, and now the hand goes up, and Ole Miss is going back on the man disadvantage.
Hugh, clear tripping call right there, and you just can't get away with that.
Yeah, you're going to get called on that at every level of hockey, from the Pee-wees all the way up to the big boys. Austin Peay going to escape for another 5-on-4. That's number 8 going into the box. He's going to join the backup goaltender, number 30, Leighton Becker, who had played a good bit last night, got the win for the Rebels. Rebels with their sixth win on the year last night. If they win tonight, they will even up their record at 7-7. Ole Miss firing that one down the ice. Refs are going to probably wave this one off as Dylan Wells plays this deep. Singleton trying to keep this one off the boards. Number 6 plays this though, Christian Martinez. Singleton gets this one back. Singleton trying to get this one over to Wolf. Wolf throwing it off of the boards far away. The Ole Miss forecheck providing a little bit of danger once more. Peyton Leonard now trying to fish this one out for a play. Wolf getting this over to the other side to Singleton, unable to do so. Now it's held by Hendrickson. Hendrickson leaves it deep for Christian Martinez, is swatted away on the blocker of Dylan Wells. That one goes over to Peyton Leonard, who's now dribbling to kind of bring this one back out. He gets it over to Wolf. Wolf gets a pass helped from Singleton. Singleton! Wolf with the rocket to the left corner. It's in there, no doubt about it. Austin Peay with the first goal on the game. It's 5-1 in favor of the Rebels, but the Governors are on the board, Mario.
Huge. Josh Wolf from downtown absolutely snipes it. What a momentous goal, and you absolutely needed that if you're the Governors, right on time and right on cue. Can they start to come back here?
The audience is getting excited once more. Banging on the boards was happening a second ago. Austin Peay playing the Chicago Blackhawks goal song, Chelsea's Dagger. And they're getting a face-off here at center ice once more. Jackson Smith with a breakaway chance once again right away. He gets it. He gets it in there. It took him a little second there, but Austin Peay scores back-to-back within about maybe 10 seconds, Mario.
Jackson Smith from rambunctious energy to get to the puck.
Hey, you can just hear the crowd right now.
Absolutely drives it down, curves the goalie, and it gets in. It's stuck in behind the line. Sometimes you need a little bit of luck to go your way. And now the bench fills it with the energy. And the energy is back in the building of Fort Ison.
Yeah, what a terrific play there from Jackson Smith. Led the team in goals last year, starting to make his mark once again in the goals column here for Austin Peay. And he has it once again. Oh, and it's caught as if he's a left fielder, but now we've got extracurriculars. This Ole Miss is feeling a little bit emasculated, perhaps, for giving up 2 goals back-to-back in about 10 seconds. A man falls in the ref's arms.
Probably. Austin Peay, you just want to get away from this. Don't get into any trouble that you don't need to right now.
No sense in playing a man down when you're already down 3 goals. You don't need to give them any more disadvantages. It appears as though Ole Miss is getting talked out of anything worse than that. Oh, and Jackson Smith is going into the box, it appears, and another man, Walker Davis, going in for the Rebels. Alejandro getting pushed in as well as number 27, Grayson Douglas. That's 2 men in the box per each team. We'll see how the refs call this as far as men on the ice goes. Will this be 4-on-4? Will this be 3-on-3? Will this be 5-on-5? We will hear in just a minute as we see the numbers come on the board. We have at least a 2-man advantage for the Austin Peay Governors by the appears of what the scoreboard says. We actually have another timer coming on the scoreboard as well. Possibly a 5-on-3. We'll see if it's 3-on-3. I would imagine that this wouldn't be a 5-on-3 chance for Austin Peay, but we will see.
Dude, that's a lot of players to put in timeout right there. I don't think I've ever seen 5 players put in timeout.
I've never seen that many at once, that's for sure. It appears, though, that they're rolling with 4 men on each side. Yes, that's what it is. We're going to be a 4-on-4 for 2 minutes, it appears, Mario.
Hugh.
Good old-fashioned old overtime hockey rule, overtime NHL rules.
But real quick, Hugh, let's go back to that sequence. The 2 goals, how about that first goal and how Austin Peay is able to get it towards the net. Wolf sniped from the top of the blue line, out of the blue, out of nowhere. Sometimes you just got to hit it from downtown and see what happens. And right there, they found out in a good way. And on that second goal right there, Josh Wolf doing a nice, not Josh Wolf, that was Jackson Smith getting towards the net. And using that
Oh
energy.
no, we got a breakaway opportunity for Ole Miss right away. Oh, but Wells kicks that one out. Number 23 holds it down again, and they're going to call a penalty on, I believe, Christensen right away. They're going to escort him to the box for a tripping play. The deep there, that was a big opportunity for Ole Miss to try to get a goal right there, but they come away with the extra man attacker here. It's going to be 4-on-3 for a minute 47.
On the bright side, if you're Christensen, you save a goal-scoring opportunity that was coming for Ole Miss potentially right there. And sometimes you do need to take a penalty like that with a one-on-one opportunity.
And a big stop too from Dylan Wells, and that's that breakaway chance. Ole Miss now winning this face-off right away. Hirschfield's just skating with it, looking for space. He gets it over to Hendrickson, back over to Hirschfield. Hirschfield trying to get this one tipped in, does not get so. Charlie McClory, the starter, trying to get that one in there. McClory already with the goal in this one.
Austin Peay a little bit late on their defensive rotations, saved by Dylan Wells right there, and a poor shot from Ole Miss.
Ole Miss looking for that 6th goal. It took them until the 3rd period to get that last night. This one goes skates all the way down. This is going to be a waved off, of course, from the icing as the Governors are a man down. The Rebels skating this is Hendrickson. Hendrickson is now going up the ice. He has it to Hirschfield, actually. Hirschfield now at the ice. He's got 4 men with him. He's got it over to Hendrickson. Hendrickson's trying to make it in there. He looks for a tip in front to McClory. McClory unable to do so. Hendrickson gets it to Ohm, though. Ohm now looking. He tries to get another tip, but Wells swallows that up. It does not get tipped off of Hirschfield's stick.
Pew Ohm with a lot of space on the left wing to shoot, but Wells, great job getting that glove on the low side to make the save.
As you see, Ulm with a couple of nice plays there. A lot of good rotations for Ole Miss trying to get that one into the net. Another face-off opportunity here with about a minute left in this 4-on-3. Ulm now skating this one over. He gets it up to the man, number 22, John Ritchie. Ritchie gets it over to Hendrickson. Hendrickson in the slot. He brings it over to the right side. That's off of the side of the net. Unable to get it in is number 18, Xander Elmazaj. Elmazaj still on the play. So is John Ritchie. Ritchie now dumps it over behind the net to Elmazaj once again. Elmazaj tries to get it over to Ohm. Alexander Ohm rifles that in. It's blocked by Blake Rodhamel, who gets leveled down by Alexander Ohm. Wow, a lot of bodies in the slot. Leonard skates across, diving save from the big forward, Peyton Leonard. Ole Miss already back inside the zone, though.
Great job by Anderson putting his body on the line right there to make a play.
And it's over to Hendrickson right away. Hendrickson is going to just throw this right into the glove of Dylan Wells. Wells looks like a catcher back there sometimes in goal.
Wells has been doing some great goaltending here in this game so far, keeping it at a 3-goal deficit now. But
Dylan Wells may get a shot at trying to try out for catcher for Roland over there at the baseball team if it all said and done. He has a lot of shots like that go right to his glove side right there, like someone's calling a ball and a strike. This puck now gets out to the power play defenseman, number 23. Over down below is Hamilton. Hamilton looking for a man over his 23. That's Charlie McClory that's looking open over there. That one goes by McClory as it's fanned by Brian Thompson. Other way is Austin Peay. That shot off of the blocker side of Jackson Ritchie. A great chance from Andy Leitz. Ole Miss coming back the other way. All men are out there. It's 5-on-5 once more. The Austin Peay killing that penalty. Austin Peay now, a big little arms race at the center of the ice there. Now coming away with his Brendan Sullivan, Alejandro on the other side. Brendan Sullivan burying it by the goalie Jackson Rossi, now giving up 3 goals in this second period.
Sullivan, welcome to the Saturday night right there. It's a huge shot. Sullivan comes away on the left wing. You can see on this replay right there, just a quick time. Rister hits it like a golfer. and he scores.
Yeah, a little bit of a pitching wedge action. He kind of gets around to the side. He makes the goalie come with him closer to the post. He takes the space that is left for him above that glove, and now we've got a 5-on-3 game.
Hugh Dowd's a wedge shot off the bunker, chipped in, beautifully done by Sullivan right there.
How's your forehand game, Mario?
We're gonna try some golfing soon here, Hugh.
Christensen tried to dribble that one up, but Ole Miss now has it the other way. Clark unable to get something with it. Anderson now holding confident. The momentum in this building has shifted. It was 5-0 to start a second ago, quickly into this period. And now it's 5-3. The home fans are ecstatic. Ole Miss, though, closing in the hammer right now. Kurt Martinez kicking that one up front. Anderson's going to have to play this one off the board. Zach Tate now trying to dribble this one out. Hamilton got it over to Clark. Clark down to the right defenseman. The right defenseman's shot goes wide, does not get to Aiden Kane in time. The puck is now harmlessly going by. They're going to call it an, oh, they did not, they wave off the icing there. And Austin Peay getting a break there, but now the breaking the other way is Aiden Kane. Swallowed up, though, once more by the man in net.
Another great job by Dylan Wells right there. Timely save. Just able to put himself in position and reading the skater and seeing where he's going to shoot. It was glove side, and Wells able to make another good save.
It's a good routine play. You want a little bit of confidence in your goalie after giving up 5 goals, you know. Winning the faceoff once more is Austin Peay with the captain, Brendan Sullivan, leading the way. He shoves a man into the boards, and Ole Miss gets the puck back. That's McClory coming back the other way. McClory getting bullied off of the wall. Roadhamel now trying to get with it back behind the goal line. That puck now, Alexander Ohm not able to hold on to it. Peyton Leonard's going to break this one out to Brendan Sullivan the other way. That one goes off of the pad, and the refs are going to blow this one for an icing.
Hugh, a lot of Rebels open on the weak side of puck right now, as the Rebels are positioning 3 players on the strong side, and they're having the chances open on that weak side of the slot. And for Wells, he just needs to, and Wells is doing a good job just getting in position and stopping the puck from going in the net.
Another D-zone face-off. Peyton Leonard trying to break this one out. This one kept in momentarily by the Ole Miss Rebels. Austin Peay getting this back around to the captain, Brendan Sullivan. Sullivan not holding on to it for long as Ohm gets it over to McClory. McClory trying to make a move, and the other 23, Blake Roadhamel, on the defensive side. Sam Singleton now trying to hold on to this. It gets over to Leonard. Leonard gets it over to Cale Lewis. Cale Lewis chips this one down. Over there is Cannon Phillips holding on to this. He gets it over to number 27, Grayson Douglas, a common pairing for the Ole Miss Rebels. This one over, swatted away from 23 to other 23. That one over to the slot to number 7. He dumps that one off to the easy shot for Dylan Wells to stop. Number 27, Grayson Douglas, just kind of floating it in there.
How about the IQ from Hurstville right there, picking up the stick and looking over to see number 27 over there.
I believe it's Grayson Douglas.
Grayson Douglas to get towards the puck. Douglas, one-timer, had to shoot it where he was. And another great save from Dylan Wells.
This puck now trickling out of the zone, and Ole Miss is going to have to break this one back in. Austin Peay now all over it. Alejandro, dangerous man to break this one up ice. Jackson couldn't get the pass to Jackson Smith, and now it's coming back the other way from Walker Davis. Davis now plays it down the ice. That tips off of Wolf's stick, so it will not be an icing. Wolf now getting swarmed on the forechecking chance from Brian Thompson, who tries to find his man Elmazaj down low. Elmazaj getting disrupted by a couple of bodies, though, including Nico Pulley. Pulley got it enough to Alejandro for him to swat it away across the ice. It's gone up to Jackson Smith the other way. Jackson Smith dribbling it down the ice. He tries to get it in front. He crosses it in front of the down defenseman. It's going the other way to Elmazaj, who throws it in, and Dylan Wells finally stops this play. We get a moment to breathe, Mario.
Hugh, let's talk about it here. First ball, Smith on the other end right here. Great chance on net. He's able to drive, and
he tried that move he did earlier on that play, but then you see the...
And on the other end, it's once again Wells just being calm in the net, making sure he has the time to read the skater and make the save.
Sealing the lid for the moment. Now it's up to Cale Lewis. Cale Lewis is driving out up the left zone. He tries to make it into the slot, but it's broken up by a couple Ole Miss sticks. Anderson now has it in the corner. That one dangerously, it took the goalie a little bit to notice that Rossi finally saves it just in time. Ole Miss now has it the other way. That goes off of a stick, and Peyton Leonard now coming back the other way. Austin Peay not letting Ole Miss get away that easily. That puck doesn't rebound to Cale Lewis exactly as intended, but Anderson keeping that one in as long as he can until Ole Miss now coming the other way is Hamilton. Hamilton now getting meet by Brendan Sullivan, and we got a 4-on-2 opportunity. Now Lewis breaking away. He's got, the puck goes right by his stick, and he's not able to get a shot off in time before the pressure comes back. Now the other way, 26 coming to play off the boards. Christensen now gets it, and he attempts at one out of play. It hits the net again.
Nice job stopping Ole Miss from trying to get a rush opportunity right there. Just put your body in front of it. And if you're Austin, just got to hold this 5-3 and hopefully try to push it to a 1-goal deficit here if you can.
Just about half a minute left in this period, Mario. We've got a big face-off here. Austin Peay cutting the deficit in this one. It was 3-0 starting with this period, and now it's 5-3. Austin Peay now. Alejandro got this one over to Singleton. Singleton back over to Alejandro. A couple of governors spread out over here to try and make some plays happen. See the soft spot in the coverage. Austin Peay continuing the offensive pressure they built in this period. Another dangerous pass going in front of the net. Harmlessly out of play. The clock ends. What did you think of that period, Mario? A lot of good chances for Austin Peay, and they finally capitalize.
Austin Peay turned up the energy right there in that second period. That was absolutely what you needed. That's absolutely what you needed. And the fans here are very excited about this third period. Austin Peay's in it with a chance here, and we'll see what they can do.
Austin Peay coming in guns a-blazing in that period. Stay tuned for our APSN intermission report featuring the best of our Meet the Govs interviews once more. We'll rejoin you for game highlights shortly. This is Govs Hockey on the Austin Peay Sports Network.
Everyone, Dylan Walton here, and we have another special guest. We've been knocking out these guests as the weeks come by, and I think today is one of my favorite because you don't normally see him on campus, but you see him on the rink. I have head coach of the club hockey team, head coach Kane Eastwood. Coach, how you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I appreciate you for coming through. You know, right now the season's starting to kick off for you guys. You know,
Sure is, yeah.
This past weekend was your guys' first game of the season. Just quickly, how it go? How you feeling? You got the first series out the way.
Yeah, so there were first home games. We did have a away series 2 weeks ago, EKU. That went a little better. We split the weekend with them. Still working out some kinks. This weekend, our first home series, not the results we wanted, but still we have the guys moving in the right direction. I think we identifying a lot of the issues we have with the new roster, and we know what we have to work on going forward.
Yeah, and we'll touch on the new roster a little bit later on. But I want to get into you quickly.
Okay.
We was talking a little bit off camera. You said born in Atlanta, and then you moved to Denver, Colorado. So talk about Atlanta, then the process moving to Denver. How was the early childhood for you?
Okay, yeah. So yeah, born in Atlanta. My dad is from Denver, so at one point we moved out there. I started playing hockey out there when I was about 6 or 7 years old. The Colorado Avalanche, which is their pro team, had just moved out there. My dad would take me to Denver University hockey games, which they have a really big and good program, national champions a few years. And so that really sparked my love for it. And we played a lot of, street hockey growing up. Ice hockey is a very expensive sport. And growing up, my family didn't have a whole lot of money. So we tried to play hockey wherever we could. And that really, my family would get together in the park on weekends. Every weekend we'd play hockey as a family and friends. We get neighborhood kids. So that really sparked it. Then I pretty quickly got into playing house league, roller, and ice hockey there. And then after a couple years there, we moved to Savannah, Georgia, which Savannah, if you know anything about,
country.
doesn't have a whole lot of hockey. They did have a roller hockey rink, so we played that. I played, and then we had a very good competitive travel roller hockey team. So we traveled around the Southeast playing some regional and national tournaments.
Okay.
And then 2 months out of the year, we would have ice hockey at the Civic Center. So we'd put together a travel hockey team during those 2 months and go from there and compete. And then after a few years in Savannah, about when I went to hit high school, we moved to Atlanta, back to Atlanta. And Atlanta's a pretty big hockey hub. So I kept going with that, played 4 years roller and ice hockey in high school. And then after I graduated high school, I went to, first I went to Georgia, or Valdosta State, which there's no hockey there either. So I missed hockey enough to where I transferred back up to Georgia State. My first few years there, we had a club roller hockey team, so I helped put that together and run that team. And then my last 2 years there, we formed an ice hockey club. So again, it helped kind of build that program, and then after I graduated, it unfortunately fizzled out. After that, after graduating, that was 2012.
It's okay.
Yeah, dated myself a little bit. So I've just coached mostly a lot of youth roller, youth travel, roller travel, and then a lot of youth ice hockey. And then a few years ago, luckily, they built the arena here, and I've been coaching at the arena. And when the time came, I had a few players come to me and ask me if I wanted to take the coaching job, and here we are 2 years later. Yeah, and it's been a fun trip. Yeah.
Growing up, were you a bruiser? Was you a scorer? Because to break your face, you got to be willing to put your life on the line.
I'll get to the broken face in a second. So the type of player, I'm obviously not a big guy, but I'm not afraid to get in battles. I'm not afraid of. I grew up playing with older kids, so my playing football growing up too. That is still a little lack of fear, if you will, to really get in there and be a grindy player. So I played defense my whole life, and I tell that to some people that have played hockey a long time. They're like, really? Because I'm 5'7", but I love the position. I love playing it. That's a lot of injuries growing up because I was so aggressive and so physical, but smaller in size. So a few broken ankles, a few shoulder injuries, but the puck to the face actually happened a few years after I graduated. So when you're playing an adult league or you're just playing on the ice as an adult, you don't have to wear a cage. Oh. So I unfortunately made the decision for a while to not wear that cage, to my wife's disliking. So I was actually practicing drills and an open hockey, which is where anybody can go out and just play, and it's kind of free skate. I was practicing with a friend of mine who's 6'4", real hard shot, and we were just running really quick pass shoot drills, and he unfortunately just mishandled the puck and shot it across his body, and it hit the post of the goal and just bounced and hit me right in the face. So that, a few surgeries and plates later, that was very unfortunate to happen. So I have the cage now.
What's the pain? What was the pain tolerance for you? Like, was it like a 10, 12, 15, 100?
100, yeah. It was maybe the most painful thing I've gone through, yeah.
Okay, so now as you guys know, if you want to play hockey, please wear a cage.
Wear the cage.
Please wear the cage. But what got you into coaching? Like you said, a couple players came to you before the program started here, and they reached out. But what ultimately got you into coaching? Because I know you do training and stuff like that on the side. But what made you did you ever see yourself being a coach, and just how did that happen?
Yeah, I've actually wanted to be a coach for a long time. When you're a kid and playing sports, you dream about being a player, right? But my dad, he was my coach for a lot of my youth years and in high school, and he kind of inspired me to want to do that. Actually, my senior project in high school was a hockey coach, so I just always wanted to do it, and that's why when I graduated and stopped, playing collegiately or club college hockey, I wanted to stay in it. So I kept playing adult leagues and playing, but I really wanted to stay in it. I really enjoyed coaching youth hockey and really trying to mentor and develop kids and help them through the process. So I just really enjoy it. And then I've really always wanted to coach at a higher level. And again, when this opportunity came, I jumped on it.
Yeah. I mean, it's been great. Year one was it was fantastic from a fan standpoint. If you guys don't know, myself, Steve Sawyer, and the rest of our GAs, we go out there and broadcast the games for you guys.
The best in the business.
Yeah, we appreciate it. We put a lot of hard work and a lot of long hours into that.
Yeah.
And the fans, they show up and show out every single time. I mean, the Ford Ice Center is always jam-packed. But from your coaching side and your team, how is year two, even though you guys just started, been a little different, or what's like the differences from year one to year two?
Yeah, I mean, we learned a lot from year one. It's tough trying to build a program and trying to build it the right way. My goal from the beginning has been to build a really solid foundation for the program, for growth for the future, whether I'm involved in it or not, but build a really solid foundation for it. And we see that growth, day to day, week to week, month to month, and from year one and year two. That with a new program, you're always going to have, obviously, kinks to work out, and it's just identifying those kinks and really, hammering and trying to make sure we work them out and to build a good program. Yeah.
Like you said, this is a new team. You have 8 to 9 new guys, true freshmen, or freshmen in a sense. How has it been developing those freshmen and getting them to mix with the veteran guys and just understanding, like, you don't want to peak, right now. You don't want to win your first 4 straight games because you don't want to flatten out the end of the season. So how have you tried to get all the guys to get on one page, and what are some, like, team exercises you guys may have done?
Yeah, so, we unfortunately we only have a few days a week of practice, and we try to, my goal for this summer was to really try to plan as many things that we can do outside the rink too. So another thing that we didn't really have last weekend was like a training program off the ice. So I've partnered with a few, there's a new gym that opened here. That's the athletic compound, or the athletes compound, apologies to them. They're the guys that run the Spartans organization, and they opened up a gym. We've partnered with them where we can go in 2 days a week to go do team workouts, do some team activities, do video and stuff like that. But yeah, with the freshmen and trying to integrate everybody, another big thing that I worked on a lot this summer was creating standards and for the team, creating standards and guidelines. To what we really want as a team and as a culture going forward. I've said it last year a lot to some of our guys. If we have 5 guys buy in this year, great. If we can get 10 to buy in the next year, even better. If we can get 15, then just building on it and building on it. But it's holding everybody to those standards. And to be honest, the new guys, the freshmen, we're very impressed with them. They've brought a lot of energy. I'd like to say I worked really hard, but I worked as hard as I could to try to recruit last year because we really needed new players, and we fortunately have a very good local talent pool of travel hockey players, so we picked up a lot of really good, headstrong kids that come in and want to compete and want to be a part of it. So yeah, it's been great. And the leadership from last year, the guys from last year, like even some of them that struggled a little bit, it was a tough season. Yeah. And it's tough to really get through that stuff. But a lot of them, after talking with them a lot over the summer and just working with them and trying to mentor them, a lot of the leadership from last year has stepped up in a lot of big ways and changed attitudes and really bought in, and it's helped a lot.
I mean, if the fans love it, there's nothing more that you can do besides work hard and try to put a good product on the ice for that. But the most important thing is what excites you for this program looking ahead into the future. Like you said, you got 8 to 9 brand new guys, and they're young, and they bring a lot of energy. So you should have those guys for a good piece of time. What excites you just about this program and the development that you can bring and excitement you can bring to Clarksville for some ice hockey?
Yeah, Honestly, everything about it. It's so much fun. I love it. You know, again, there's downtime, there's, you know, bad times, good times, but I love everything about it. And bringing the new players in and seeing their energy and how responsive they are is great. I love mentoring them. The veteran guys gets me excited. So when I played at Georgia State for a few years, we had maybe 10 people in the stands. So, you know, it wasn't college hockey. Club college hockey in the South was not what it is now. And I've seen it grow and develop over the last 10 years, especially with the boom of social media. Like, I think that has created such a big momentum for college hockey, especially in the South. And just seeing that really excites me to see where it can go. I mean, you have not just us with the opportunity to, to move up in the league that we're in, but you see schools all around the Southeast just building programs and building momentum, and that's what really excites me to see what the future is for hockey in the South for sure.
I'm excited too. You know, hockey is brand new to us. Our first time really being involved in it was coming around with you guys, so we're grateful to be around and, you know, get to see some entertaining hockey. If you haven't caught an APSU hockey game, they gritty. They get down to it, and they love to fight. It doesn't matter if they're up 10, down 10. They're going to put a product that we all can enjoy. So that's one thing I appreciate for you guys, because you make our long nights very exciting. So we appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But before we wrap up, I got some would you rather questions. Okay, and they're hockey related. So the first one is, would you rather win the league with APSU or coach professional team for a single season?
We'll win the league with APSU.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Loyalty.
Yeah.
Loyal
absolutely.
to the soil.
Absolutely.
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Yeah.
Okay, that was easy for you.
Yeah.
Let's see if this one will be a little bit more difficult. Okay. Would you rather take a penalty shot in overtime or be the goalie facing one?
Penalty shot.
You'll take it?
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
I'm decent at them. Yeah.
Okay. You put your faith in yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like taking them. They're fun. Make it or miss it. It's fun to do it.
What's your percentages? If you had if you had to just guesstimate.
It's probably not good.
Okay. That's all. I mean, yours probably better than mine.
Yeah.
So that's all that matters. Okay. And the last one I got for you, Coach. Would you rather coach a team full of raw talent or a team full of experienced grinders?
Experienced grinders.
Experienced grinders. Experience wins all?
100%. And I've told the guys this weekend, you know, we had tough losses, but I don't care what the score is at the end of the game. Obviously, I'm competitive, as competitive as they are. I want to win too, but all I care about is how they carry themselves throughout the whole game, whether it's 20-1 or, you know, we're up in the game. I want to see them grind and you know, fight the whole game through. And yeah, that's all we can really hope for sure.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Head coach of the APSU club hockey team, Kane Eastwood. Coach, I appreciate you again for coming out and talking to us. It's been really amazing, and it's going to be a good year.
Yeah, thank you.
It's going to be a good year.
And thank you all to all the fans that come out. Again, win or lose, it's so exciting to see all the fans come out. It's great.
Yeah, I mean, the Ford Ice Center, it's rocking. It's jam-packed.
Yeah.
There's not an open seat available. People standing around the rink the entire time. So, I mean, that just shows to the community and how much they love and support you guys, because I didn't even think that's what it was going to be from the first opening game until now. So I'm excited for your second season, Coach.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Thank you guys so much. And Dylan Walton here with head coach Kane Eastwood of APSU Club Hockey Team. And that's all we have for you guys. Thank you.
We are back. Welcome back to the third period. It is Austin Peay. It is Ole Miss. This is the Austin Peay Sports Network. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. That puck goes off of high and wide. Number 8 tries a slap shot. Ole Miss not letting us breathe for a second here on the ice. As commentators, as we are in our final period of the home ice season for the Austin Peay Club Hockey Team. I'm Hugh Wheeler, alongside my partner Mario Bedingfield. We're back, 19 and a half minutes left in the home ice season here at Clarksville, Tennessee. This puck going down safely. Christensen's going to wrap this up, and Austin Peay is going to try and break this one out. They don't get it out of the zone, and it's held in by the Ole Miss Rebels. It's over to McClory, who tries a shot inside the net. Now it's getting passed out, finally broken out of the zone for the Austin Peay Governors. Now it's over to Hirschfield, man who had 2 goals last night. Hirschfield getting that down deep. Christensen now getting this underway over to Andy Leeds. The Governors looking for a goal. They were down 3-0 as we're going to get a stoppage in play right here, Mario.
Hugh, that was a great rally by the Governors in that second period. Just able to get goal after goal after goal. And it seems like Austin Peay came out screaming in that second period and doing exactly what they needed to do to get the energy back in this building. Third period, you're only down by 2 goals now. What magic is inside this Ford Ice Center?
Austin Peay also getting 2 goals in 10 seconds as a quick shot is stopped from Dylan Wells. Austin Peay, the goals in that one scored by number 16 and then by number 17 as we're getting a play underway here. Austin Peay. Number 17, Brendan Sullivan's breaking that one up the ice. He's got it chipped down off of the back wall, looking for Cale Lewis to help out. Singleton holding it down on that corner there. Sullivan still breaking it out of the wall. Singleton keeps it in, dumps it down into the slot. Nobody there to meet it. Brian Thomas is going to bring it up. He gets it over to Emizaj. Emizaj with a chance right away, but a big pad stop. But then Brian Thompson cleans it up, puts it away, and Ole Miss with their 6th goal of the game.
Brian Thompson right there doing a nice job to trail the play. And just get to the puck on time right there. Just leaving a space for himself in between what would have been a rebound opportunity right there. Just picks it up and scores.
It scores it in there. The Austin Peay down by 3 again. They've seen this already once tonight. They were down by 3 before they cut it to 2 once again. Will they get the answer right back? Zach Tate's trying to get that away. That bounces awkwardly off of the pad, and it gets over to the captain, Matt Clark. Austin Peay, though, trying to circle this one back around. Nico Pulley having to play it deep into the off of the wall. And it gets over. A good move from Aiden Key there to get to the man. Now it bounces into the slot. That one gets off of 22 stick. John Ritchie. Austin Peay now getting this one, breaking it back up the ice. Here they come. It's thrown off the boards by Parker. Parker leaves it in there. Nobody's able to get to it. The Governors finally meeting it, but Ole Miss able to kick it out just in time. Wolf has to skate back just to get to it. Number 26, Aiden Kane, once again pressuring them on the forecheck. Been a big story of this night, Aiden Kane. Now it's Dadabo. Dadabo got it over to number 8. That one it trickles off of the crossbar. That sits on the top of the net briefly. That was one of the crazier little puck bounces I've seen here at the Ford Ice Center this year, and we're in our final 20 minutes of this home season.
We did say this building might be a little bit haunted one day, so.
It's not good when a new building is haunted, you know? Then you're stuck with it for many years as it being a haunted building. Hopefully that isn't the case, but it may just be. We've seen some weird bounces here tonight already. Number 8's got it at top of the slot. That puck has bounced out of the way. Chiara with the block shot. Jackson Smith with a deep pass down there. They're going to call a penalty on that. Number 8's going to skate to it. Number 5 is going to force the ref's whistle. 8's going to go into the box for the Ole Miss Rebels.
And that's a penalty, a 5-on-4. Just a clear, I believe, obstruction.
Yes,
interference.
I believe a tripping, maybe a hooking.
A tripping call.
Yeah, something like that. It all equals 2 minutes. You know, as long as you don't draw blood, it's 2 minutes typically. 4 minutes, it means a blood. 5 minutes means that even if they score, they're going to keep a player advantage. Austin Peay now getting an offensive zone faceoff. Hopefully going to answer if you're a Governors fan after that big first goal right away from the Ole Miss Rebels down in Mississippi. We're waiting here for a face-off. Alexander Olm versus Alejandro. Alejandro, of course, means Alexander in Spanish, I believe. I believe that is the translation. I could be wrong on that. It could actually mean something else. I am not sure. Singleton tries to keep this one in. Jackson Smith throws a high shot. That one goes off of the boards, and Ole Miss trying to play this one out, but it gets down to Brendan Sullivan. Brendan Sullivan now plays it up to Jackson Smith over at the top of the blue line. He just gets that through the 5-hole of Alexander Ohm, hoping to get that through the 5-hole again, but now it's getting down an awkward skate from Peyton Leonard, and Alexander Ohm's able to get to it first. He's going to chip it down, and Ole Miss going to try for a little play here. Alexander Ohm gets the puck now dangerously within, but he actually skates this one out, tries to regather a new play here. A little bit of time-wasting strategy, perhaps, for Ole Miss. You want to get out of here. Oh, this puck is thrown off of his man, and he gets it out wide. He throws it straight into the bench. He's holding his head thinking there might be a delay of game penalty, but it looks like the refs are going to give him a break there, and Austin Peay is going to be getting a face-off in their O-zone once more.
I would see Austin Peay in this third period try to get more to those pucks here, down in the crease on that second chance opportunity. Had a chance to put a 4-for-1 away potentially.
Wolf is going to meet John Ritchie at the circle now. That puck gets over to an Austin Peay stick immediately, but then John Ritchie now plays it down the wall. Wolf is going to play this one down at his end, leave it for Christensen. Christensen has help from Anderson, and Alexander Ohm again trying to do a forecheck. Ole Miss does meet a pass that goes down the ice. John Ritchie now has it over on the left side. This one gets over to Wolf, who tries to play this down the boards once more, and that one now down by Walker Davis over to Brady Hendrickson. Hendrickson playing this one down the boards. We got 45 seconds left in the man advantage for Austin Peay. Anderson plays it over to Andy Leitz. Andy Leitz is trying to skate with it. He bobbles it a little bit. Alexander Ohm pressuring him deeply. Christensen now playing this puck. Ole Miss showing a lot of fire here early in this third period. Austin Peay now does know where the puck is, and this puck is now going back to the Ole Miss defenders. 23 seconds left on the man advantage, and the shorthanded opportunity for Ole Miss keep accumulating in this. Anderson now playing this from behind the boards, under 15 to go in the man advantage. He gets it over to Andy Leitz. Andy Leitz is bringing it down, but a stick blocks this one. That time it's McClory. McClory's stick meets Alexander Ohm, who's driving it down the right corner. Ohm is looking for something. He's keeping a body off, but he's trying to play him into the corners.
Power play now expired.
It's 5-on-5. That puck dangerously in front of the net, and then Hirschfield's stick breaks on the shot opportunity. A big break there for Dylan Wells, avoiding that shot. Could have gone straight in. And a little play here as Ole Miss changes its lines, and Christensen is trying to break this one out. Anderson now getting this one over the blue line. Ole Miss with the fresh legs trying to come back. That's Hirschfield once more, has the stick in front. He shoots it. It goes high and above Dylan Wells. Then he tries to get it over, and a tip goes wide again. That's number 23, Charlie McClory on the shot opportunity. This one going up back to the defender, Hamilton. Hamilton playing it down as Andy Leitz now skating with it up the ice for the Governors, who dumps it. Getting just over the red line, a full change coming for the Governors. Chiara, now the center man, playing up the line of Hamilton. Hamilton skates by him anyway, gets it over, the puck bounces widely. This puck now bounces, kind of skies through the air a little bit before resting into Hamilton's place outside of their O-zone. And now it's up to number 18, Elmazaj. Elmazaj looking for a shot opportunity. It goes off of the blocker of Dylan Wells, and that's down on the goal line once again, but there's 27. Rifles it in is Grayson Douglas.
Great save by Dylan Wells right there. Grayson Douglas, nice opportunity to try to shoot it. But Wells doing a nice job again, making sure he reads the shooter. And right there, Douglas going weak side of the glove, and Wells makes save.
Wells looked dialed in there. Number 17 gets it over. That's Hendrickson once more. We've called his name quite a few times tonight. Elmazaj now playing it off of the wall. Cale Lewis trying to do what he did last year in his defensive role as an offensive forward this time. Now he's getting it around. He gets it by the man, Hendrickson, but the puck goes away from him. Now it's trying to keep in by Roadhamel, but now Elmazaj has a step on him, and Singleton's having to come back and help him cover. Singleton now getting to the boards, but that puck gets over to Elmazaj before you know it. Now that puck over to Brendan Sullivan, who's looking to get a cross-ice pass. It bounces off of Cale Lewis's stick. It goes a little bit far. Hendrickson now skating this one behind the boards. 12.5 remaining in this game. That one gets over to Hendrickson, over to Elmazaj, and now Austin Peay pulling with it. Pulling with it, actually, is Pulley, who throws a man into the boards. Bit of an awkward collision. The refs are going to say that that puck was kept on sides. Hendrickson trying to keep this one in a little bit longer, but now Austin Peay looking to do this. We got a whistle, though, because El Massage is slow to get up on the play a little bit, probably a little banged up. It's been 6 periods here in the last 24 hours for both teams. It's been a lot of hockey action, a lot of bruises probably from last night's third period as the two couldn't seem to keep their hands off of each other, Mario.
Hugh, both these teams have seen each other a little bit too many times now here in the last couple hours. But Austin needing to pick up the energy here in this third period. You've seen a lot of body language saying that they're trying to find a chance to get in this game, and we'll see if they can do it.
We shall see. Austin Peay doing their best to keep the pucks out of the net. Just haven't been able to do it as much as Ole Miss has had to so far. Alexander Ohm taking the face-off for the Rebels. He wins it. Gets to the defenseman, and it's a high shot, and it's a scored rebound right away from, believe, Alexander Ohm. A couple of guys celebrating on that one, but it looked like Ohm was the one that got it through the 5-hole on Dylan Wells. Wells is arguing about something down to their stripes, and he's going to skate this one off.
And Hugh, this is like the Price is Right here. Ohm playing Plinko right there, just being right on time, just putting it in the right slot, and then hits the 10 on the board and scores.
Yeah, these rebound chances for Ole Miss have seemed to be the difference in this one. Alejandro now on the passing play, and that puck is won immediately by Jackson Smith, who gets a shot off. That seems to be his favorite move this evening, as he scored one earlier on that and nearly had a chance again later in this one. Now a puck getting blocked out. This puck is knocked back. Austin Peay going to have to clear the zone anyway. Now number 8 skating up the right side with it. He chips it down over the head of Christensen into the left corner. Henderson plays it back, but number 8 is there to meet him instead of an Austin Peay skater. Number 8 is going to skate this one around, but then it's gathered by Jackson Smith, who tries to play this one up to Alejandro. Alejandro squeaks this one by a couple of skaters, but Ole Miss gathers this one away. A dangerous bounce pass, though, allows Austin Peay to gather this one for a second, and Ole Miss fights for it once more. Alexander Ohm coming through the side. He keeps it on his stick. He gets around, he gets a shot off, but no dice on that one. Number 8 rocketing this one in. It bounces off of a stick. It goes behind the net. Anderson now trying to break this one out for the Governors. A 3-on-2 opportunity momentarily. Anderson getting it around. That puck goes skates in front of the net. Andy Leeds unable to send it home. The Governors not able to find one yet, and a breakaway opportunity for Hirschfield, making a move happen. What a goal. What a goal. I haven't seen something like that in a little bit here at this center. That was impressive to make that move happen, to bounce it through the legs. Walk us through that play, Mario.
Hugh Hirschfield with a Houdini effort just ends up putting the puck accidentally in between his legs and then puts it through the 5-hole. But great job by Hirsch, just controlling the puck just enough to direct it onto the net.
That was reminiscent of a little bit of Nathan McKinnon kind of action, bringing that one down the ice, making a man miss as he drives it to the net. A very impressive goal. The offense for Ole Miss has been answering here in this third period. All that momentum that Austin Peay had built in the second period seeming to evaporate. The crowd's kind of quieted down a little bit here. Ole Miss with the upper hand.
Ole Miss in this third period just getting the better bounces and just getting some luck here on some shots. If you're Austin Peay, that's unfortunate on your side here, but still can change it. You're down 5, and there's a lot of things here that Austin Peay could work on here just in this third period to try to get back in this game.
As you see in the sign of the crowd, a whiteboard once again, the story of last night in between face-offs again. We saw another whiteboard this time. It said, okay, so we lost. So it seems as though the energy has turned into pessimism here at the Ford Ice Center. Austin Peay not winning a game here yet this season at the Fordyce Center, only with the one win at Eastern Kentucky back in September, I believe.
Who would be your early contenders for 3 stars of the weekend here for Austin Peay?
3 stars of the weekend for Austin Peay. Oh, Chamberlain is actually in the net now instead of Dylan Wells. I believe Wells might have finished a little frustrated. 3 stars of Austin Peay here as Sullivan tries to make a play down here on the over off of the boards. Might have to think about that for a little bit before the next intermission because we've got action going on right now. Austin Peay's all over the place. Cale Lewis is trying to get this one over to his man Sullivan. Sullivan unable to hold on to it, and that's getting broken out by Martinez. Martinez got it over to Aiden Kane. Aiden Kane met with Brendan Sullivan. Brendan Sullivan keeping this one on the zone side. It's going to trickle around to the captain, Matt Clark. Matt Clark getting it over to Phillips. Phillips met by Sullivan. Sullivan holding his own down in the bench. He gets it over to Tate. Zach Tate with the holding onto that puck a little bit and then getting it off of the stick just in time. A delayed penalty for Austin Peay here. The goalie's coming off of the net, but that puck is stopped. We're going to get a face-off here in the O-zone. As you see here, the fans chanting for 6 goals in 9 minutes. It could happen. It's happened. I'm sure it's happened before in hockey. You can never say never in sports.
I remember the Minnesota Wild pulled off a comeback like that recent memory. I think it was a couple seasons ago, maybe.
The Wild like to do that every once in a while, too. They like to pull something out like that every once in a while. The Minnesota Wild are a very fun franchise.
Los Angeles Kings pulling a comeback like that against the San Jose Sharks in the 2014 Western Conference playoffs.
Oh, yeah, that was a series comeback, too, though. That was one of the greatest series I've ever watched. Ole Miss now breaking this one out of the ice. They get it out of the O-zone, and now number 22 breaking this down the ice. He gets a shot opportunity that goes over the untested goaltender Chamberlain, who coming in for Dylan Wells. He lets the 9th goal in for Ole Miss. It's becoming a sight too familiar for the Austin Peay Governors this year. Wow. He came in flying on that play.
Austin Peay just not getting back in transition in time enough. And when you give a skater that much time, that much room, they will always make you pay, unfortunately.
If you give a mouse a cookie, huh, Mario? Not a psychic, but I know how this game ends. I mean, yeah, something of that nature. Chamberlain playing this one out. Makes a couple of dangerous plays back there in the goal zone, but it's a little bit more entertaining for us at home. Christensen getting this up to Singleton, who's trying to rifle that one in. Blocked once again by the Ole Miss defense. And that puck off of a stick, and now the Governors begrudgingly skating back down the ice. Kihara trying to get off of the bench. He gets replaced by Peyton Leonard as Austin Peay breaks this out again. Is Zach Tate trying his best to get this one out of there. Alexander Ohm going to skate with this a little bit. I think I would give the 3 stars. I would give 1 to Jackson Smith, certainly, for his great goal there. Brendan Sullivan, another key contributor in this one, that goal. You know, I think Dylan Wells you might look at the stat sheet and say, well, you know, you gave up a few of them there tonight, but I think you could rest your high that you made some very quality saves. I mean, as Christensen sends one high and over the goal.
My 3 stars, I would have to give it to. I would have to give it to Dalton Alejandro.
That's a good pick.
My second would be Dylan Wells, despite all the shots. And the third would have to go to Josh Wolf, actually, after this performance here in this game.
Oh, we're getting a penalty here after the Cale Lewis hit. He walked straight to the box already. It's an interesting call you could ask for. I mean, sometimes in hockey, they're going to call penalty on that one. Austin Peay getting 10 seconds of 4-on-4 here before the power play opportunity. If you're going to score 7 goals in 8 minutes, it would help to get a couple of power play opportunities.
And also pressing on the forecheck as well.
Pressing on that forecheck definitely would help. 4-on-4 now here at the deep at the other zone. That puck goes straight out of play into the Austin Peay bench.
I'm going to quickly read you off a quick of NHL scores. So the Red Wings beat the Blue Jackets, the Blues over the Islanders, the Flyers over the Devils, Kraken over the Penguins, and then you also got the Canadians beating the Maple Leafs.
Nice.
And going to Nashville with the Predators playing right now at home.
1-0 Avalanche.
1-0 Avalanche.
Okay.
Speaking of Nathan McCannon.
Yeah, speaking of. This puck now getting over to Hendrickson. Hendrickson getting that one over. It bounces off of a stick, but it's landed by Alexander Ohm. That puck is now still into the zone. We got 3 Ole Miss guys looking to make something happen here. They got a minute and a half of power play opportunity here. Hendrickson having to go to the corner and fish this one out. 23 getting that over to his man. That's blocked in the way. A lot of bodies in the lane for the Austin Peay Governors so far. Hendrickson holding this one in the line brilliantly. Getting it over to Hirschfield. Hirschfield getting that over to 23. Charlie McClory bounces over his stick. McClory having to make this another pass over to Hirschfield. Hirschfield trying to send this one right back to McClory and unable to quickly enough. Over back to Hirschfield. Hirschfield trying to get it into Elmazaj, who does get a shot away, but it's swallowed up by the new man in net, Carter Chamberlain.
Carter Chamberlain doing a nice job in release so far. Just reacting to the puck and making a quick save.
And ladies and gentlemen, your home for Govs hockey is the Austin Peay Sports Network. All home games from the Fordyce Center will be live on APSU-TV and streamed on the APSU-TV YouTube channel. Be sure to come check back in with us next season with more home action here in Clarksville. Peyton Leonard's going to chip this one out away. Ole Miss not able to score this time. They haven't hit double digits just yet. Walker Davis playing that over to Braden Hamilton. Hamilton getting stuffed up by Peyton Leonard. Walker Davis gets in it once again, makes a move around a guy through his legs. Over to try to give it over to Clark. Clark unable to meet him. Peyton Leonard chipping this one down. 30 seconds left on the man advantage for the Ole Miss Rebels. 6 minutes left in the home season for the Austin Peay Governors. Peyton Leonard skating it back from the ice, watching as men drive it down. John Ritchie holding the puck for a while. Chamberlain playing it off of the boards, got it over to Christensen. Christensen trying to fight for his life down over there in that corner. Christensen's been around a lot this evening. He's been asked of so much on defense. He's holding his zone back there for dear life. Walker Davis now playing this one in for Ole Miss. Christensen playing it off the boards again to Cale Lewis. Cale Lewis skating it around in front of the net, getting harassed by John Ritchie. Lewis bringing it up the ice once more, trying to find a pass over to Tate, unable to make it happen. He still holds it though. Cale Lewis has a pass in front of the lane, but Parker unable to meet where he is. Parker trying to get that one to Tate, but it's actually lands at Anderson. Anderson fielded by the man who's been there all night, Jack Rossi.
Another nice opportunity for the Governors right there. Quick wrister, just unlucky.
Unlucky indeed. Austin Peay seems to be the theme of the night. A lot of the offensive zone FaceTime won by the Governors earlier in this one. And then in the second period, the goals finally coming in, but Ole Miss laying down the hammer now. So they're trying to break this one back up, trying to find that double digits. Ole Miss seems to have a vendetta against this Austin Peay team. This means a lot of trash talking. We were hearing reports in between the period about players in the Ole Miss bench throwing their helmets down on the bench when Austin Peay scored that third goal to make it 5-3 earlier. But I'm sure they're settling down now that they've got the 6-goal advantage here in the third. Blake Roadhamel trying to break this one out now. Roadhamel overskates it. This one now taken back by Brendan Sullivan. Sullivan had it momentarily. Now it's Aiden Kane's turn with the puck. Sullivan kicks it though, deep into the zone, harassing a man to try and get it back from him. But Douglas is going to skate with this one away. Gets it over to Phillips. Phillips is looking for a deep pass there. He comes off of the stick. He's frustrated with that one. This is going to be an icing the way back. Ryan Stevens with the possible breakaway chance, unable to get it done. This puck going all the way back to the offensive zone for Austin Peay.
You look like look like Ryan Stevens was about to whack a player right there after he's frustrated.
Oh, and we
Over
actually
the
getting a,
pass.
yeah. Though he might have been frustrated off of a penalty that Austin Peay committed, because looks like we're getting a man in the box. We've got a 2-minute advantage once more for the Ole Miss Rebels. Ole Miss is going to be playing up a man. They're sorting out right now who's actually out there. Looks like Alexander Ohm's going to be stepping in alongside Brewer Hamilton. Walker Davis at the point. Brewer Hamilton at the hot corner for the face-off. That puck, though, careens away to Nico Pulley trying to break this one out. Hamilton now has it into the corner again. Pulley knocks the man down to try and fish this one out. It's a battle in the boards. We've got 5 men down there, 3 Governors, 2 Rebels. Sticks going back and forth, feet being kicked around, guys being pushed. It's a whole party over there as the puck finally gets away to the Ole Miss player, Alexander Ohm. Ohm gets it to Hamilton, whose shot goes wide, and now the puck is trailing out. John Ritchie going to make everybody come out with him as he gets a pass back to Walker Davis. Davis, it's that puck in, but Pulley is able to meet it down there. Now nobody in the right corner, and Ole Miss gets to play it once more. Ole Miss getting it over to Walker Davis. Walker Davis sending it in Carter Chamberlain.
Another good shot, right in the left wing circle, just open, and nobody covering at the point at the left wing circle right there. But then a nice job also 2 cycles ago, seeing the third level and hitting a backdoor pass right there from Ole Miss.
Ole Miss with a lot of offense. Yeah, you're right, you are there. Ole Miss doing a lot on the offensive zone so far. Another shot seemed to be tipped, but it tipped out of the way. Elmazaj gets it in front to Alexander Ohm. Ohm cannot get the shot in. Anderson now playing it off the boards. Ohm trapping him deep. Elmazaj playing it in there. We're under 3 minutes here in this period. Peyton Leonard now playing it over to Elmazaj. Elmazaj got it up to Henriksen. Henriksen played it over to Hirschfield. Elmazaj has it again. He plays it down to Alexander Ohm, skating around with it. Elmazaj gets it out there. That puck goes off of the side of the net, and then now it's in front to McClory. McClory doesn't get his shot on target. And another chance. Once again, we got, Elmazaj trying to make a backhand play happen to the left corner of the goal. Doesn't get it in.
Like a half-hearted Michigan attempt right there, Hugh.
Yeah, nearly. If we saw a Michigan goal, that would be crazy. Hirschfield getting tripped up a little bit in that corner, but the ref didn't call a whistle. Didn't look like much of a play there for a penalty, but Austin Peay now trying to break this one out. Anderson trying to just chuck it down deep, but it's stopped in there by Ole Miss anyway. Sullivan now playing it deep. Skates it over a little bit. He has to pass it up to Zach Tate. Zach Tate breaking it down the play, but met by a couple of Ole Miss Rebels. Then Sullivan now getting it down the lane, and pass goes away, and now we're getting Ohm shoving a man down deep. Elmazaj coming the other way, getting a pass from the slot in the front. It meets a stick. It goes high. It's out of play.
Elmazaj had so much time with the space he had in the slot, and his shot just misses.
And I would like to say before we get finish out this game here, Mario, it's been a pleasure to work with you side by side calling these games this season.
Hugh, you've been incredible here doing this work here on air, and we're glad to have you on this crew as well. You're a phenomenal hockey analyst and a phenomenal hockey play-by-play announcer as well.
And I'd like to thank everybody, too, in the truck as well for their help making our jobs a little bit easier here as talent calling these games. I'd like to thank our professors as well for helping us learn the proper way to broadcast games. And it's been a very fun ride. Thank you very much, APSN, for allowing me to have this opportunity. It's been a dream to call hockey games for you guys here in Clarksville. As that pass and that shot goes high and wide, we are just under 1 minute left in this one. It's been a long home season for Austin Peay. You know, you've got a lot of results you would like to take back a little bit. Last night, of course, the 2-goal loss. You had a 1-goal difference there late for Austin Peay. It's a young program, though. It's just emerging. It'll bloom in full blossom here probably in a couple years. These brick-by-brick steps to build it there. The Austin Peay Rebels breaking this out. Once again, Sam Singleton trying to get this one up. That one goes high, wide, down the ice. They're going to call this an icing. It's going to come back. Carter Chamberlain not done yet in this one. 46 seconds to go.
The incredible thing here with this hockey team is that you got one of the best fan bases in club hockey, arguably, already. You have that foundation together. The play on the ice this season, not what you want here for your Governors fans, but you have all the hope in the world that they can turn this around with the fan base behind them.
The excitement is there for Austin Peay as they try to break this one out one final time, perhaps, and make another goal of it. Brandon Sullivan kicking this one all the way down on the ice. It's going to be stopped by the big man there who plays it out to Grayson Douglas. Douglas looking for a man down deep. That gets it over. It's over to Christian Martinez. Martinez has it dumped over to Aiden Kane now. Kane trying to break this one up. Singleton gets it past the blue line just in time. 10 seconds to go. Austin Peay not going to win this one tonight, but surely a good signs for the future somewhere in there. Austin Peay losing this one 9-3. I'm Hugh Wheeler. This is Mario Bedingfield. Mario, think about what was that game like? What has this season been like?
This game was a microcosm of, unfortunately, what the season's been for Austin Peay Governors hockey. Every time they're right there, they have a chance, and then the energy and the mentality just pulls away at the last minute. Sometimes it's there, you see it in flashes, but unfortunately, in the most moments where you need to be pivotal, Austin Peay just didn't have it this season.
And one of the greatest traditions in all of sports, the great old center ice handshake lines as two teams meet for multiple games and then are done playing. They shake hands, they walk away, leave it all out there on the ice, don't take it home with you. And for the final time, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to throw this game away to a commercial break. Thank you very much. Today's game has been produced by SportsComm students from the Austin Peay State University Department of Communication. This has been a presentation from
the Austin Peay Sports Network.
Right you are. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.